Hello, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Hello and welcome. Well, sorry for being zoomed up, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, let me get a sip of coffee. I have a dry throat. Let's see who is here. I have my friend Jason Beresny that I saw there. Those of you into UFO research or into the truth seeking, waiting years for the news media to speak up. It's always funny to see the reactions. I could make a video just on the reactions of people. Go through the comments on how people are some people are enraged, just completely enraged. Hey, robot, hybrids, bots. Lisa Eckerly yesterday. How's it going, Lisa? If you're listening in, she messages me on in a comment and says, "Bruce, have you seen Steven Greer's event?" No, I haven't. Everyone asked me to go see it, so obviously I went directly to see it. I watched the 3 entire hours of the whole session. I listened to all the testimonies, and when you come here to this channel, hello and welcome, and thanks for coming back. If you're new to the channel, your opinion's welcome. You can just say, you can get mad at me. I love it. It sparks me up. I love it. Like if you get mad because I'm talking about Greer, he's an asshole. Stop talking about him. I post what people say on the news, even the assholes. So whether you think what you think of the researcher, you can also leave your opinions there. You don't think I'm skeptical about him or about everything? A lot of you are skeptical about me. It's a normal thing that when somebody's showing or talking about proof that no one in the entire world is talking about and that you're still alive and you're not dead. It just recently talked about the deaths and that, there's literally an inside group of people that are going around killing people that are leaking out UFO tech. But what's even scarier than a UFO being extraterrestrial? The humans. Those demons that some of you talk to me about and say, Bruce, the aliens are all demons. Yeah, well, maybe the ones on Earth most definitely are. There are many different types of aliens. We're going to look at one alien today. We're going to be seeing a video also. I'm not going to make it boring. I'm not even going to replay the Steven Greer's report. We're going into his report. He wants everyone to share it. I'm going to take a chance and show a couple of the very important diagrams and boards that were up. We're going to make our own opinions out of that. You and I, all of you and I, the community and I, we're going to draw our own conclusions. It's going to be very interesting. I'm also going to show you a robot that got kicked and there were wires coming out. Are they illustrations or are we going to see real images? You're going to see a real alien image, which are Ebens, but first time I ever talked about any alien species, ever even naming a type of species, because we have no proof of any of it. I'm going to show you what Steven Greer showed, and it comes down to basically looking like this guy here. Well, guy or girl, doesn't have any parts. Maybe he has some wires inside of him too, right? But the one I'm going to show you, and amongst many other things, and something very concerning, probably sorry for the zoom guys, they're zooming me up bigger and bigger every time. The more weight I lose, the bigger they want me to be. And that's StreamYard for you. Everyone says it's perfect. You can download clear videos on StreamYard and everything goes so freaking well. No, it doesn't go well at all. 39 inches. Let's see. This is the length of the Eben. So we're going to go to 39 inches, even though I know you all know what 39 inches is approximately, but to get an exact idea. All right. Let's got the back up here. Am I going to get my hand in there? Hold on. I'm trying to fit in the screen without having to go to Saint Mumu. There we go. That there is the length of an Eben. So that means not even with the arms extended outwards, so that's 39 inches. Aussie Sue is here. Thank you very much. Zico 900 Experimental Elemental. Darla Lama Ryleg. How's it going? The thoughts of Maz. I think the aliens. I'm going to scoot through the videos. We have about 14, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes if I can race through it, because there's lots to talk about. But I honestly, what's more exciting is your thoughts, your ideals, your opinions, your comments on all of that. 39 inches. Can you imagine that? How small that is? It's so very, very small. And do they exist or not? You know, the problem, what I have with Steven Greer's report, it's very scary, because it's very concerning that it's, private dark projects, black projects that are doing things that the government doesn't even know about. Now, if you're wise and smart like me and awake and won't take any bullshit and are not dumb and can see through any crap, who says that the government's not going to finally tell us everything, but hide the fact that it's not them, but that it's dark secret projects? Now, why am I saying this? Because, sometimes, I'm talking about different theories and stuff. Don't take me literally. Take my research literally, but don't take me literally when I'm mentioning all these different people and researches. It goes from a whole slew of a lot of people, guys, over the years. Linda Moulton Howe, Bob Lazar, John Lear. Then you start going up, but look at their backgrounds. When you start looking at their backgrounds, okay, they're all photographers. Okay, he was CIA. Okay, well, what's new except for the same type of people working in the same fields every so many years that are coming out and that are talking about, a certain story or whatnot. But are they just stories? So take it with a grain of salt. There's the CE5 language from Steven Greer. I mean, I'm a researcher myself. You don't hear Steven Greer talking about all the other researchers. I try to sometimes focus on my work too, though. But of course, a lot of you, I'm as interested as you are in everything and anything that he's said and that he's shown. He went through, he's a biologist. He's also an MD. He's got, all these degrees and whatnot in all these different fields. A meditation teacher, I guess in ufology also. He did, various things, but him, at 8 years old and at 35 years old, he claims to have seen a UFO. And that's it. It's that he has sources, right? Some people have sources, and that's why they're well known. John Lear's not known because he filmed something on the moon. It's sources. It's the people that he talks to, right? Bad example with John Lear, because people don't know half of his story. And when you interact with someone personally, oh, I like Jay-Z, or oh man, that actor is one of my favorite actors, or Jim Carrey's a great actor. Then you meet them in person, you go, things are different sometimes. Things appear really, really different. It's scary, the fact that humans are driving around in UFOs for the elites, right? They're just admitting now that, in the Bible, by the way, they say where Satan lives. And today, that's Switzerland. And Davos has to do a lot with that. The stories were coming out on Alex Jones, him too, whistleblowing. He got to it before me. He was talking about it just about an hour or two ago, I think, when I'm going to be talking to you about. I didn't get a chance to see his, but I'm not going to, because I'm talking about it right now. Basically, we're going to go through the full report. We're going to do it quickly. We're going to look at only the images. We're not going to listen to anything they're saying. I'm going to tell you what they said. I took the time to listen word for word and quote for every image we're going to be looking at, to be sure that the important parts only come out, because lots of important parts. I'm telling you, there are lots of important, crazy parts. I think the aliens are here for the AI we made. Yeah, I think you're right. Not just that. I think we seeded here to make AI because we are stupid, but just smart enough to make AI. So most aliens wouldn't look twice. The theories, thoughts of Maz, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming back. The theories revolving around this controversy are never ending. Honestly, I mean, I'm serious. They are never ending. I hope the video I'm going to be showing is not extra zoomed up. It should not be. But since my face is zoomed up like this, I don't know if they're going to do that with the video. So let me know in the comment section or just let things go by. You know, that's how it is. Aussie Sue going back up. Allez, house. Vous allez être là. Merci, mon frère. First was the Alien movie created by AI. It was so interesting and cool to watch. It gave me goosebumps. So basically, at the end, humans fought against each other to make contact. It is scary, my friend. And the movies that we watch often, um, you can't deny it. Every single movie, almost, they talk about things that are going to happen in the coming future, and it always happens. Hello, Darla. I'm going up backwards now. Christopher Rollins, Queensland, Australia. Beautiful on the other side of the world from me. Thank you very much, Aussie Sue. My friend, I am Kai, is in the house. Thanks, brother. Tommy's laughing at me. I'm funny. I try to be funny. Even assholes have something to share. What? Oh, Tommy has something to share with us. You want to come on, Tommy? Not going to do that, Patrick. Are you talking about them? I hope. Anika is in the house. Thank you very much for being here. Thoughts of Moz. Again, thank you so much. Patty, my friend, thanks a lot for coming back, guys and gals. I appreciate it so much. Yann Luca, merci mon frère. John Allen's here. Thank you very much. Yeah, they can be assholes, but sometimes. Did I call him Patrick? I meant Tommy. When I saw the word asshole, I assumed Patrick. Motley, MS Sport in the house. In the house. Hey, Bruce, it's your big fan, Outman from Denmark. Hey, thank you very much for coming back. FK, thank you. Thanks, you guys. William, thank you for coming in. We have some video coming up, you guys. We're going to be talking about everything that's coming out. I mean, everything. We can't talk about everything. It's just, I mean, from David Grush all the way down to him wanting the Congress to investigate him. Absolutely. Like, come on, investigate me. Investigate my claims on everything I've been telling you guys about the UFOs. And the Congress is going to have to, because now it's too much out there. Most, a lot of you are saying, which is normal. We got great theories, and I always up for debate. A lot of you are saying, well, the government's never going to disclose. It's not about the government disclosing. It's about people working for the government that want to disclose. And the final say, the big kahunas, of course, don't want anything to come out. So, they're causing them problems. Agents are being threatened. As a matter of fact, the disclosure, not Steven Greer's, but the hearing, UFO, Pentagon and everyone that was on that panel, from, archaeologists, geologists, scientists, ufologists, all those people were threatened in their home, at their homes, not in their homes, I'm sorry, through emails, social media, death threats, because they're talking about this subject that we all love so much, subject of UFOs and UAPs. Solarhead, thank you very much. Random Ralph, I'm still scrolling upwards, guys. Sorry. We have Chris. Seems suspicious. He's getting so much media attention all of a sudden. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible that. Sure, Jen, right? It can seem suspicious, but also look at it another way, is that if they're allowing and releasing disclosure, and the media is going to allow it, and YouTube's allowing me to talk about it and even show videos, we'll see if I'm not cut off. I'll laugh my ass off if they take this stream down, but Greer is still up on YouTube. But yeah, hundreds of thousands of views. For some reason, views are being pushed on to him so that people can see these very incredible testimonies. Some were emotional. You can, there was one that had a brain problems and he was trying to get a story out. You got to take it with a grain of salt. When you look at these, we have a tendency of judging. Thanks again, Anika, for being here. We have a tendency of judging everyone's reactions. Oh, look at that. That looks fake. Or look at what he's doing. Oh my gosh, doesn't sound very convincing or whatnot. But still, again, take it with a grain of salt, right? I've met some weird people that have weird reactions, But overall, what it seems with David Grush and with Greer, I think he jumped on the occasion, or maybe it was planned before. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to put words in his mouth, but maybe he decided to do this hearing that he had very recently because David Grush, whistleblower, came out. But it's not only David Grush, guys. There's a whole slew of other, like quite a few, like 10 plus whistleblowers that have come out after David Grush. So if you're saying who's David Grush, he's on the Unidentified Aerial Task Force. He is tasked with his force. He's the head of it, I would imagine, or maybe not, but he's on the force to be able to look for UFOs and to explain to people what UFOs are. And now he's sitting down, most accredited, well-known, well trusted inside the intelligence community, sits down and is telling people, well, yeah, there's many alien craft. There are many types of different alien species also. So we got from the Eben, 39 inches. So let's start there. Let's start really slow. Let's not start, in Las Vegas. Sorry. Yes. No, I'm not sorry. It is Las Vegas, not Los Angeles, but Las Vegas. The young man that called in 9/11 to say that there was a tall figure, and what he said on the phone was anywhere from 8, 9, 10 feet tall, right? And a lot of people, and listen, I believe that the call could be real, but I still don't have any confirmation or proof. I believe everything's legit. As for false flags and stuff, I believe that when they push something, it's the media afterwards. It's afterwards. It's what all the media is saying, right? There's it's weighing in on both sides. You have the left that are talking about, it's bull crap, and you got the right that are saying, hey, come on, push it, Anika, thank you so much. It is epic, Anika. Everyone, I'm telling you, I could scream it in the microphone. I'm beyond excited. You must all know because of my research that they're not even mentioning the moon yet. And if they mention the moon, which they will, because now, get this, what do you think they're going to do with NASA when they turn around? Which NASA now stands for not a secret anymore, because they're going to turn around. They're going to look at NASA and they're going to say, hey, do you mind if we interview a couple of your astronauts, ask them if they saw any lights or anything? Well, they've seen, Anika, thank you very much. They've seen many lights that we already know, whether they saw it from hovering over the atmosphere of the moon or just high up in the atmosphere of Earth, or whether they went or not. I believe, in theory, which don't really care whether they did or not, I believe humans maybe went to the moon. They didn't go the way they told us, and it wasn't on the date that they told us either. These things were all recorded, pre-recorded, and whatnot. And the phone call from the president, you guys know there's a lot of hilarious stuff that have occurred. I'm still on my weight loss, guys, still fasting. This is just finished 48 hours. Now I'm going to be, already starting day 3 fasting. If ever you guys want to join me in my fasting and lose some weight and learn some tricks and maybe the do's and don'ts of fasting, I'm not pushing it on anyone. I'm not forcing anyone to subscribe. I don't listen to diet channels. If you're not in a diet, don't even listen to what I'm saying. Pretend I'm talking through the air. Jason John Schwartz, my brother, you can check him out. Whether you subscribe or not, it's up to you. I only subscribe to the channels I like. So if you want to lose weight and you find his information's good, you can subscribe. But why am I talking about Jason John Schwartz right before we dive into this? Because every Monday, if you want to know where I am, I go on to his live stream on his channel. I talk about my weight loss journey. There's a couple of people that have gathered there, like Guggen and other people, JD and a bunch of people that go there, but there's not enough people that go there. But if you want to share your story or weight loss journey, or maybe you can't lose weight and you're sick of it and you want to, come on and embarrass yourself, there's no embarrassing there. Whether you're big or small, you want to talk about your journey, head over to Jason John Swartz's channel, which is up in the community, second post in the community. Give him some love. I also want to thank you because I noticed a lot of you, there's like 7, 8, or 9 people that went over to the channel, subscribed, and gave him some love. Like, holy crap. Thank you very much. So the truth, Anika and everyone, is being told. A lot of people are talking about false flags. A lot of people say that it's going to be a fake alien invasion, that it was already told by von Braun a long time ago when he predicted that somebody on the inside, on the defense in the government of the U.S. is going to come out, an agent, military most likely, David Grush, right? Everyone assumes David Grush. But what about Luis Elizondo? What about all the other people, that spoke about these things? What's the relationship with Andrew Basiago? Have you forgotten that? Has everyone forgotten about Andrew Basiago, who's gone to Mars apparently in an underground archaeological dig site where they built a Stargate and where he can teleport himself through time to immediately go to Mars? Do you know that we don't even have the capability today to send a human to Mars and to be able to bring him back in like one lifetime, let alone even get there in a lifetime? That's what scientists are saying. Crazy stuff. Let me scroll down here. See who's here now in the house. Marianne G, thank you very much, Marianne. I appreciate that. Hey, Janine. Merci d'être membre, Janine. Je t'aime fort. Merci beaucoup. Mike, j'espère que tu vas bien, Janine. Michael Blackwell. Attends de voir le en direct Janine dimanche. Jeff Benoit va être avec nous aussi. We have Jeff Benoit live YouTube channel is going to be on the French channel Sunday. And if not this week on Bruce All channel, it could be another week. He will also reappear here. That funny guy that we had fun with, Jeff Benoit, him and I, we talked about a lot of the news that was coming out with the UFO reports. But now, holy crap, there's so much that we have to talk about. Some scary things also at the same time. Short movies I've seen me overall upset about humanity. An AI created one of the best alien short movies I've seen. It made me overall upset about humanity. Bad news with the AI. I'm telling you that. Bad news with the AI. Project Bluebeam is coming to life already for the New World Order. Well, as a matter of fact, we have a message from an alien also that talked about a new world. And so they say, whether it's true or not, like I said, what I'm showing you is what Steven Greer, oh my gosh, Steven Greer disclosed. And that's it. A lot of testimonies. Yes, Darla. It was sad. At one point, at the beginning, I was like, didn't know how to take it, a couple of them, I'm like some of you. I'm good at reading emotions and stuff, and looking around to see if people are faking, but you can't overdo it. You can't like, oh, well, he scratched his nose, the bugger's lying. Like, we got to really listen to what they're saying. They're on stage, they're nervous. Even Steven Greer at this hearing was absolutely nervous. Even brought on some tears at one point because I don't like his character of Steven Greer. I appreciate his research. I just don't like him as a person, the way he is as a person. Maybe it's because he's busy and there's lots going on in his mind, but I don't like his energy, his persona, What I've seen today says false flag incoming. Well, I'll be honest with you guys. Hey, can I grab that? I'll be honest with you guys. Keep them coming, Kai. The theories and everything. Like, we're all. This is incredible because a lot of us now we're all like different opinions, different ideals, because everything is coming to the table, and it's a beautiful thing. I appreciate everyone's comments. Some people say, yeah, blue beam. Alien invasion. I, for one, in theory, if I was to guesstimate or take a guess, I don't think the alien invasion is going to occur in the way people think it's going to occur, because I think the alien invasion already occurred. It could be what happened around inside and around the Apollo landings, but I'll get into that at one point. But that remains really interesting. Hey, thank you, Miss Janine. Le duo Anglo. Yes, thank you. Merci beaucoup. Laurie Jean, how's it going? They have the technology to free us from gas and all. Absolutely. They have free energy, yes, and have held it back for 60 years. Well, Laurie Jean, absolutely. And you know what? Welcome. Thank you very much for coming in. It's not, I believe, having seen you before. You're right about that, Laurie. And another thing is that free energy absolutely exists. China made their sun, which is using exactly just that, free energy. They have a free energy device underground. They have Germany apparently has a free energy device underground. They know how to burn clean energy, and instead of using nuclear, we can use helium-3, which doesn't have any biological waste, and it doesn't have any radiation when it's heated up. As a matter of fact, they're keeping all the biological waste, nuclear waste, sorry, that they're producing with the bad nuclear production plants, which is, that's aside from the depleted uranium that the U.S. just dropped on Ukraine. But aside from that, the uranium is the poison part, and they're pulling that out of the ground, which is so rare. Then they're putting that in rods and whatnot, and they're, making it stronger. And that's what they use. And then after that, well, the bio waste from uranium, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I know a couple of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Uranium 253. I think you have uranium 4 something. You have good uranium, bad uranium residue. And the bad part, the nuclear waste that they're holding, is actually something that in 1965, in the 60s, that they came with a patent that is completely functional to be able to use that nuclear waste and recycle it. That's right, recycling nuclear waste. One of the biggest problems around the world for years and years that people have been saying, we have to store the contaminated nuclear waste. And that's what they do. They store that underground in these big, cylinders and whatnot hidden underground. Why? When they can pass it again and burn it. You know how they do that? They add electricity to the liquid and to the uranium. And then all the uranium, bad uranium, separates itself and goes off onto one side, and the rest can be consumed and recycled for more energy. So why do you think that they're keeping those containers of energy? Because they're probably going to be recycling it. Free energy, Steven Greer, got to shoot that out there. He's trying to bring free energy out. And I mean, good for him. Like, I mean, when I say, don't like his character or whatever, guys, I have nothing but respect for that guy. He's been doing it for 30 plus years, trying to bring the truth out. Many threats. I know that for a fact, even if he had not told me. He's been threatened to death many a times. He was bribed $2 billion, him, by the way, and had a witness. I'm still waiting for the bribe, guys. 2 billion. I'll manage with one. With 1 billion. But in reality, it's sad, that the elites can pay people to stop doing what they love and to stop bringing out truth and what they believe in. They did it to Tucker Carlson. I don't know what happened with his story, but he was still working for Fox, even when he had stopped broadcasting. And they said that he sort of went his little ways, saw differently, didn't see eye to eye with Fox anymore. But that's not the story. He was still paid. In reality, they were trying to pay Tucker Carlson not to work during 2024 and probably not even 2025, not to talk about the moon in 2025, not to talk about the elections 2024, right? So all that is a factor, comes into factor. A lot of bull crap out there. Wow, I'm sorry, Lori. I went off the the rockers with that one. Grant Parker, pipe in the house. Bluebeam could be. Thanks, Grant. A lot of people believe in the Bluebeam project. We know Bluebeam is not a real project, but we know that the ideal is real because there's actually not a Bluebeam project. I looked it up and it doesn't exist. But of course, they could be hiding it. I know a lot of you tell me, but still, it's important to know it's not a secret project of any type anywhere in any country. Bluebeam, you can't find it anywhere. We find people talking about them, but Laurie Jean, I think that energy is coming. It's going to come out. They're going to have to. I think the government's going to turn around and say, well, I can't believe there are black projects being done under our noses and that, people are being abducted and whatnot. And yeah, there were some sad stories and some sad testimonies on Steven Greer's channel. And they didn't talk about it too much. You could see that the Marine that spoke talked about it sort of pretty quickly when he mentioned that it was pulling on his heartstrings that, it was people that were literally being taken up in those crafts, by the way, in Indonesia. We're going to be viewing one group of Marine people, 5 Marines, with another person, for whatever the reason, on a mission or whatever, inside of the woods in Indonesia, fell upon a UFO and something happened. But anyways, I'm going to get into that. Got all the information here. It's a long story because there's lots to talk about. I think I want to start off by talking about the South Pole Station. Something very important. Again, breaking news on Bad Jones is also on the horn about that. Thanks to Alex. Beck from Oz, thank you very much. What is a star that is always following the moon now? I'm in Australia. Well, it's never the same, right? In reality, the moon goes around and has constellations all year, both summer and winter constellations. They're turning around. And I would say, I'm going to take it like a guess, Venus. Most likely because Venus right now, as of yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, was in the west. And it's low enough in the west, as a matter of fact. Yesterday, around 8, 9-ish, it was low in the sky. It was the only star that I could see. Fires are still pretty bad. The rain did not stop the fires in northern Canada and in Quebec at all. Actually, it's hard for even me living right here in the outskirts of Montreal to even know what the hell's going on. Michael Blackwell, thank you very much for being here. Number 32 likes. Listen, I love you guys for it. If you appreciate the research, guys, and me here, if you're new to the channel, I have my own research with a telescope and infrared cameras, and I have lots of amazing sightings and captures. I'm going to post a couple of short videos in the coming days of some of the UFO fleet that I captured on the moon. It's a domino effect. Steven Greer is talking about it because David Grush is talking about it. I'm going to push my videos as much as I can. Fingers crossed, guys. I wish the best for all of us that when and if the truth comes out. Oh, listen, the truth is coming out already. We just don't know how much truth is going to come out, right? There's going to be a lot of truth coming out because there's an interagency fight, a big battle on the inside. And listen, believe it or not, some FBI agents, as itchy as it makes your neck, do want to bring the truth out from the inside. See, it makes my eye itchy when I say that. Innocent until proven guilty, and I live by that. Ciao. Hold up, Marco. Thank you very much, man. C5 Circle is here, and I want to show you something, man, with the beautiful painting that you gave me that I was looking at yesterday. Not painting, even better, drawing. Hey, I filmed a mint alien reproduction vehicle 8 months ago. Wow. Never heard you mention Greer before, Bruce. Greer, yeah, I've mentioned him since 2016, when he started talking about stuff. I don't mention any other researcher. I mention me. I want people to find out my research. As a matter of fact, Steven Greer's illustrations that we'll be looking at, because, yep, illustrations. And mostly in the illustrations. One of the UFO craft, I caught one that is identical to it. Okay. The lights, the emplacement of it, I'm going to show it to you guys are going to flip out. C5 is told, C5 is told you all years ago. Much love. Yeah. Absolutely. Steven Greer, man, I'm very familiar with Steven Greer. In 2016, I never shut up about it. Got over probably about 200 videos just talking about, you know, something similar as talking to the aliens. I was, never tried to see five. I don't even know what his technique is. I never even took the time to go and see his technique. No time. Johnny Five, hey Bruce, your opinion on Norman Bergram and Ringmakers of Saturn. I don't even know who Norman Bergram is, my friend. Johnny Five, stand by because I am going to look that up. Norman Bergram and Ringmakers of Saturn. I know what the Ringmakers of Saturn, heard about that, but also the story of them making rings. Like Saturn's rings is actually water, eh? Johnny Five, I will check that out. Thank you very much for Dennis' contribution. Right, Simon, C5 circle. I want to show you guys something. I believe in patterns. And when I say patterns, I see patterns in music. I see patterns in the sky. I can see patterns in an embroidery, a decoration or something. There's patterns everywhere around you in the world. There's frequency patterns, there's visual patterns, whatever. For me, I'm interested in patterns. But why am I saying patterns? This image, of course, my friend Simon that drew for me, I want you to look at it upside down. And when I turn it upside down, I don't want to tell you what's there because if I tell you what's there, you're going to see it right away. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to tell you what you're looking at, but then I'm going to take it off screen and then I'm going to tell you what I see. And when I put it back, you can immediately see it. This image upside down, Simon, of your alien drawing, which I love very much, by the way, okay, is an old general with a pinched beard that comes down here, okay, a hat, sort of cowboyish, right, has general stars and other badges going down, big zooked up chest, side portrait like that, looking sideways, just like this. And that is what I see in the image. You want to see it? You guys are going to flip out. I am not kidding you. Wait till you see this. Okay. Striking to me, right? I guess I already told you what I saw. So either way, check it out. I want to see if you guys see it. Why am I doing this? Because on the moon, when somebody doesn't see that there's anything there, when somebody explains the surface, sometimes you go, oh, now I can sort of see it. Boom. It strikes me right away. Never mind that these are alien eyes, okay? That's the cowboy hat right there. Cowboy hat, dark figure face, beard, general badges, goes down here, large chest, probably on a horse. You see that? Me, when I look at images, I saw that looking at it like this. And I can do that. I can interchange. I see things like differently. And that's nothing. If you look at it sideways, just something else too. But I thought that was pretty trippy. Do you see the general side view with his uniform, his hat, okay, and his beard, dark figure? You see it? I see it perfectly. With the cowboy hat on top. Anyways, I thought that was really cool. Thought that was really cool. I wish I could fit everything on the wall. Even Darla's on the wall there too. There's lots of pictures now. I got all your pictures all around me, my friends. I have David White's over there, a big ass picture of the seventh seal. Is it the seventh, ninth, seventh seal? I think it is seventh seal. So I thought that was cool. Cool. Pretty sure that Greer, that's what I want to hear what you guys think. Amy had a near-death experience, so he knows we're eternal. Yeah, listen, when you go through something, thanks, Amy. When you go through something in life, you stick to it. Like when you see something, no matter what anybody's going to say, you're not going to stop believing that. And the worst of it is that you're going to be able to come after a couple of years' time or months' time. You're going to be able to express what you saw and explain it to somebody without, guys, you got to listen to me. I'm seeing spaceships, guys. I'm posting a video. Go look. I caught a spaceship, guys. Let me know what you think of it. I mean, why not? Why wouldn't somebody react like that when they get a spaceship? Should have seen me on my first videos when I saw there were UFOs on the moon. Right? There's videos of me in tears because I couldn't keep my composure. You know, totally excited, guys, and get a bigger scope, guys. We're going to be able to see everything on the moon. And it's like I was always alone with a handful of you here. And it's like everyone else was always inexistent. I don't believe 8 billion people in this world. There's not more than that coming here to the channel. But again, shadow banned is shadow banned. There's 90% of every channel says that they're shadow banned. And you go look on their social blade and you see they have thousands and thousands and thousands of views. Go check out my social blade. 100 subscribers, lost 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers, lost 100 subscribers. That's basically what he does. Stephen A., thanks for coming in, man. Miss Julie Stats is in the house. Hey there, Moonman and friends. Thank you very much, Julie. Yeah, I am live. You mean me? Beck from Oz says, Aussie Sue, that's BS, honey. It's not Venus. Excuse me, Beck from Oz? Did I say something wrong? How the fuck do I know what stars beside the friggin' moon? There's no sky here. You think I look up the stars every night like a Bible? Oh, stars. What star will be beside the moon tonight in case somebody asks me? Don't want to say Saturn in case I say Venus and look stupid. Sue, it was Venus. I assure you. Because guess what? The moon was in the west too. That's how it is. There's no BS here, hun. Stephen A., thank you very much. So literally, it's like I felt like he's sort of ignoring me, just turning around, jumping into my conversation with Sue after she asked me what star was there, and he goes, "That's BS. It's Venus," or I don't know. Anyway, that was that was funny. Right on with it forever. Yeah, Beck, what do you think it is? That big ass star beside the moon. I wonder. Eric Redding in the house. Thank you very much. Wait to see the video. You guys are going to flip out. Bruce, I've been watching your moon videos for years. Parker Pipe, I thank you for it. That's, you know, I'm very lucky to have you guys and gals coming back. You know, if not, there wouldn't be anybody here. You see it. Subscribers don't go up. It goes up sometimes. Leah, a couple of months ago, was saying, "Oh, look, the subs went up." Yeah, I went from 91.1 to 91.3, but that was in February, and now from 97.3 to what 97.4. We're back down to 97.3 today. 399, 401, 399, 401. Had big interviews with Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic 003, got thousands of views, a whole bunch of comments from his community saying, I love your channel, I subscribe, but we don't see the subscribers go up at all. We see go down. Hopefully AI isn't bound by, humans' comprehensive event horizon, can comprehend and see things that humans can't. See, this is what they're using against us as a tool. Crazy stuff. Beck, it was always there, and it's always there at the same time of the year. There's not stars don't travel around and say, hey, I'm going to go for a little ride and go by the moon tonight. They have a one path that they all take. You got the summer constellations, the winter constellations. They go around, and you know, if you see a star beside the moon, well, it's going to move faster than the moon. It's going to start moving over. It'll move to the right, and it's going to leave the path at one point. That's for sure. Ciao, Mia Marco. Big shout out for my friend Parker Pipe. I love you so much for taking the time to come to the channel. You bet you can get a shout out. Thank you so much. Sending you lots of energy. Dill the dog in the house. A dog called Dill. Obviously, we have no absolute proof, but do they? That's the story, man. You got it right down pat. That's the way it is. Dill the dog. No proof. We have, but what's interesting, those of you that are smart enough and that have been really following all of this for years, the government and the media are the controlled by the elites, just puppets. President, a puppet, right? Congress, puppets. You have the left now taking over the states, Democrats literally taking over the states, run by the FBI and the CIA, them two, Biden making deals with foreign people, and the audio apparently is out on top of it or soon to come out. So how long is that going to last? Illegal indictment of Donald J. Trump, whether you like him or not. What I'm talking about, I was talking about the law, American law, right? So it's unfortunate, but I think it's a good thing. And I think it's all coming out of the open. So this is it. UFO disclosure isn't going to come out alone. When UFO disclosure comes out, the system ends. You have the crash, you'll have a depression, you'll have a war, maybe a nuke or two here or there, and maybe some problems from South Pole, Antarctica. Guys, seriously, they have a direct energy weapon there. Okay. And they caused an earthquake in New Zealand when they tried the first two shots to set it off with their beams. So we are in crap. The elites are in control of them. And they're the ones that are going around with UFOs, picking up people in Indonesia and other countries. Why? What are they doing with them? Where are they bringing them? Are they bringing them to the moon? Who's up on the moon? Are they hiding all the craft up on the moon? This is just as interesting as Steven Greer's disclosure, because everything that comes out from what we are listening to, what we're going to listen to, brings a lot of new possibilities, new theories. So a couple of months ago, even a couple of weeks ago, what people believed is all changed now. So long story short, I cut off what I was saying about NASA before. NASA is now going to be asked questions. Well, what are you looking at, or what have you seen? Well, as a matter of fact, on their website, they say that they've joined in the search for extraterrestrial life. They're on their way out to find, hopefully this time, not just like they say, usually they always say microbial life, right? Biological living organisms must exist. Small microbial life, right? I don't think so. I think it's a lot bigger than small microbial life. Bob Stan, Francisco Navarro, thank you so much from Argentina. Another UFO hotspot, Argentina, another place where there's a lot of UFOs being seen there. Why does YouTube say you are not on? Man, I hate you being shadowed by. Oh, that's what you, man. Thanks for letting me know that. That friggin' sucks. Darla and a couple of other people have seen that also before when they come here that I'm not on. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Pat Kassar in the house. Pat, what's the word, brother? I hope an alien comes and picks up Justin Trudeau and brings him far, far away from here. Can't stay long as it's late for me, but glad I made it. Riley, much respect. Thanks, you guys that take the time to come in. Anyways, I know you guys and gals cannot always be here. Much respect, my friend, and thanks again for being members, everybody. If you're here and you're not a member and you're here on the channel, guys, you're helping me a lot. This is how my channel has been here over the years. I'll ask a lot from you guys. If you enjoy the work, I stay up every night. I stay up as long as I can to make the videos. I'm going to make a poll in the community tonight, asking you all if you appreciate seeing the news. Also, I hope you don't mind, guys, any weird thing coming out like a 9/11 call, for Pete's sakes, saying that there's a 10-inch alien. Let's just, look at everything that's happening, and then we'll come to the conclusions. We'll be able to debate every week during the streams about it. Darren McCarthy, thank you very much, brother. Glad to have you here. Jose Molina, hi Bruce, greetings from Costa Rica. Muchas gracias. I love your videos. Thanks a lot. Hey, Costa Rica, thank you very much, my friends from Costa Rica. Oh, damn. That sounds very good. I'm gonna get myself some coffee, actually. Willie Trumpo, don't worry, guys. We'll get into the video soon. It's hey, we made it to 6. Good. Bruce had a lot to say. Susan Ravella and Rocky, thanks you guys for coming in. I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. And I want to thank all of you guys for the encouragement, for the weight loss and stuff. I'm feeling a lot better, guys. Coming down from 300 pounds, my friends, under the 230 mark now. 229 is the last I weighed myself 2 days ago. I think I'm going to wait a day or two because I like that weight. Don't want to say anything else. Scott Robinson, Susan, wait till I get into the video. It's going to be amazing. I'm about to right now. Scott Robinson, good day to you. Blessings. Thank you so much. Through this, it's really all about the contact and us. This is not disclosure at the start. Greer talked to this years ago. Good the public is getting to know. Yeah, what he's talking about is he talked about that like years ago. Probably was about 17. Honestly, I'm not kidding you with that. And Steven Greer, he brought everything out. He thought it was going to go mad, but it didn't. I showed some posts on my last video that people, government saying that, and scientists, that people are going to have the running with their heads cut off like chickens. I don't think so. Do you think there's any ties or relation between what humans are supposed to evolve to be and Eastern philosophy? Possibly. Listen, Parker Pipe, I believe that we were evolved by an alien race, that they came down here to evolve us out of all the other races that were on Earth. Either all the other races are from elsewhere and they brought us here, or we were all a bunch of savage beasts here. White savage beasts, black savage beasts, Asian savage beasts, Indian savage beasts, like all these different types of just sort of the same beast, but they have different structures. Why? Why would we? Why would there be a human on a planet, but they'd have all differences in colors and culture and nose sizes and ears? And why? Well, was something manipulated? Was DNA manipulated? You come to lots of conclusions with that. It's just absolutely crazy. For me, Steven Greer is just a guy that shows testimonies. That's all he did for me. He's showing people's testimonies, He's got he's leaking out the names of secret projects and dark projects and stuff, risking his life. That's for me what is the best part of what he's doing. Because as for him communicating with aliens, I saw one video of him on the side of a river where lights were flashing back at him, Hopeful that they will show up to prevent their relationship with being tarnished by the FF vehicles. Yeah, people are going to be talking up real soon. You guys want to become a patron? On my cover image on the video on the right bottom part, you can click on the link there, or every single video except for the stream videos, I post all the links to the fundraisers, the link to the base that if you want to get a poster and put a base on your wall, I have the image of a real base on the moon that I put on the Pictorim website. 4 or 5 links that you can see on all the videos, except for the streams. UFOs and music. Love the name of the channel. Whenever the media is dogpiling to cover this. Yeah, that too, I hear you. The news media are talking about a whole bunch of weird things. And did I go get coffee yet or not? I guess I didn't. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Jeez, I always want to get. I never want to stop because I want to get to everybody's comment, but I won't even be able to start the bloody video. Thanks for letting me know that, brother. That's my address. You guys want to send me some alien parts, meteors, like give away your free rare meteors and stuff? Hey, sure. Send it over to Bruce's box. Susan, I love you for it. Thanks for heading over to Darla's channel once in a while, you guys. Darla, one of the first mods here, the first, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Well, there was actually two before her when she got to the channel, but they were trolls. Go figure. Happens very rarely, but happens sometimes here. That is crazy. No red circle next to my name, so people don't know that I'm recording and talking about Steven Greer's recent hearing and some testimonies, from some witnesses who saw a whole bunch of things, video we will watch today, guys, and this stream. Images of aliens. We're going to look at an image of an Eben, if it's a real image. If they are real, I want one. I saw the Eben. I definitely want one of those in my house walking around. That is so cool. It's like having a rabbit. I mean, that's awesome. I'd want one around the house. Miss Numerous, thank you very much for coming back, you guys and gals. Thanks for being members. Thanks for being here. Channel 77. Hey. David Brown, what's your email? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put it up, didn't I? Something I want to send to get your opinion. It should work. David Brown, my email, if not already written, Bruce Swartz 75, a commercial, gmail.com, all small letters. Bruce Swartz 75, BRUCE SWARTZ 75, a commercial, gmail.com. Thanks. Paul Petrie, thanks a lot for coming in. Miss Stats is in the house. Jeez, you hear my neck crack when I said that? Nika, thanks again, you guys. Wow. UFOs Music says Ross Colhart was doing the media rounds a couple of months before this. Definitely planned. I got to go on a C5 event tonight, so I have to get ready. We make contact. Maybe I'll show y'all again. Much love to Darla and all. You're a badass. C5 circle. Absolutely no problem. I'm looking for his reaction to my upside down picture. Must be a lot lower. Of course. I thought guy with brain issue was very believable. Yep. But I suppose who better to make a point? Yeah. And you can't take it any other way. When you're looking at the guy, no matter what his reaction is, if the guy looks a little weird or the guy's acting weird, imagine the pressure, the stress that he has, probably afraid to talk about his message, poor brother, because the guy forgets, but he did a very good job. There was no problems at all. He took it to heart, and he mentioned that, this affected his whole life. He lost the communication, I guess, with both his wife and the guy, his son, and he became handicapped. I'm not sure if he became handicapped because of the military or an event, but this is anyways, we're going to get into that really soon, right now there. Oh, I believe it. They aren't talking anymore. They're going to be very quiet. They're going to be very quiet for a little while. Willie says, think that was a hoax. Love it, guys. Listen, it absolutely can. It can be a hoax. It can be real. It's one or the other. And other things are going to come out. And maybe in a week or two, Willie, we're going to see something and you know it. And you're going to go back and say, well, see, that confirms that was fake or that wasn't fake. But we got to take it with a grain of salt. It's going to be very, very hard. A lot of you are going to having that problem. That pisses me off when I hear that a lot of you have problems with that. Right, you are, Channel 77. Even what they showed, Steven could have been a psyop. Absolutely. And I wouldn't rule it out. That's why I'm saying let's look at these things with a grain of salt. And of course, most of the UFO videos, images are illustration. You could hear him throughout the hearing, also turning around and saying, good job on the image, Mark, good job, because they were worked on, right? So it's okay. The illustrations are supposed to represent an exact view of what the person saw. Isn't that a little bit what NASA also shows? And again, hear me out, I am not putting Steven Greer down whatsoever. Wow, look at all the incredible comments, guys. Miss Numerous, Greer's events 3 times, all confirmation regarding trafficking in Antarctica. Yeah, and we're going to get into that. We're going to start off with the Antarctica trafficking. Either it's true or they're also playing the game. Not too sure about Rockefeller. Yeah, especially Rockefeller. Not everybody knows what a Raytheon contractor is and what Raytheon does at all. I had people working a Raytheon person that is one of my biggest trolls, is also an RCMP retired member. Do you know that in the community here, I ratted out an RCMP retired guy that was heckling, trolling me, and emailing me and hacking me? You look down in the community, it's all there. I got a newspaper clipping, a picture of him in Montreal, that he caught a hacker who was hacking Google from here, but he was from Canada and Quebec, and he was spying on him with the devices that he has and even sells, right? I contact weird people. A lot of MUFON people around me, swarming hive, which is a hive I like going in, but I'll go in and come out. Go in. I don't stay in. I'm afraid to, I'll stick to the honey. So I go in, come out. Some people go, hey, then I come back out, because that's what happens all the time. Is JC here? Can we hit the 3 thumbs up? The thumbs up for Darla, our queen mod. It makes her happy. Well, thank you very much. Sounds across the road are scary in the forest. Aliens, record it. Jean-Claude, Beyond Mystic 003 in the house. You guys can click on his channel. You're going to definitely want to go check out his channel, even interview some people, some good card readers. Janine, he interviews people that he talks about the silver, the gold, the stock market, and has Bruce on his channel talk about aliens and a whole bunch of things. Let me scroll down here. All right, John, we're going to go into it. Hey, Evelyn, Saba, I'm scrolling down. Thank you so much, Julie. I'm scrolling down, so if I skip over anyone, please don't be insulted. Heyoka Wolf, I think Greer is a hybrid. There you go. Maybe that's why I find this character weird. Thanks for posting that. That was 534. Lots of people here. Oliver Klein. Scrolling down. Who else do we have here? That's pretty telling if you ask me about Tucker. It is, Amy. He just had, if you don't know, I'm pretty sure you must. He just put out his first and second, and now, if I'm not mistaken, third episode. And if you want to know what it was about, I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but I know he's talking about Trump. And that one, I think, what is to come and what happened with this very sad situation. Yeah, Willie. Ramon, thank you very much. Moon's atmosphere has like a saffron hue. Yes, actually, there's an Apollo mission that they mentioned that there was a saffron hue. There's John Lear, obviously, because he also heard the same person that I heard talked about there being a saffron color in the atmosphere. And I don't know if you know that. It could have a lot to do with the atmosphere's oxygen level that's in the atmosphere of the moon, which I'm hoping, I'm dying that, no, I'm not dying. I don't want to die. I'm hoping the moon is going to come out. The American government, my friend Evelyn Saba from New Zealand. We have some information from New Zealand also what happened. Government blames the men in black for bopping off the whistleblowers. Yep. We know it's the U.S. government with all their money, absolutely, and paying a literal thug to go to someone's house and take them out, throw them in a river. Straight up. Paying to dispose of people, sadly. You said it. Love you, Evelyn. Thank you very much. After this, I'll never eat garlic again. Disclosure is now Darla Sophie Landrio. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, I made a live. We're going to jump into the videos here, my guy. I keep saying it. I promise we will. Promise we will. Crumpet Woohoo Gotcha Live. Another amazing friend from New Zealand. Thank you very much. Welcome. Bob Stan, thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We're running the show in South Pole. Yes. Who are running the show in South Pole? That is the big question, Anika. Happy to be here. I love what Bruce is doing. Mars Moon Deception, another great channel name. A lot of smart people waking up. I think is not that we're waking up. I think the ones that are awake today is because we were born. We were born ready and awake. Mars Moon Deception, thanks a lot. This History Channel, Gaia guys who talk and talk and talk. That's another thing. You go to Gaia and it's talking. You got David Wilcock. It looks like an alien himself. You got Corey Good that got caught recently, a money laundering sort of scheme of things, which are not mentioning to him too much. I mean, I got nothing against somebody trying to make money, but it's come to the point where I think he got not. I don't think it's out there. I got nothing against him. I'm not talking about the guy against the guy, but he has over like 80 fundraisers and stuff like that. So there's lots of millions of dollars that were raised, but nothing's going back into the channel. You know, when you think of it, he had said a lie, Corey, about the alien's name that came to see him. He said he just added the name of the alien in the story so people could relate to the story to make it more efficiently believable. That's his own words, by the way. In stone, I really think it is. Honestly, I think this is it for sure. Seems like stuff is coming out in some quantities. Yes, it's a little bit of positivity, guys. A little bit of positivity. We should go now, to the video. Karen Fitzpatrick, thank you so much for being here. Johnny 5 again. Dank man. X2 Gaming. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, 188. There's a lot of people here. So I am. Okay, listen, guys. Thanks for the comments, but I'm going to jump in the video if there's people here. I will present it. Gate Smasher. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, boy. For me to get correct count, I've got to exit the app. Yeah. That's sucky. I always get a kick out of the microbial lifeline. That's right. They like saying it. Rawson guy, hit the likes. Just came in, Rawson. 555. Thanks for coming in, brother. We're going to jump into John Ups. Love you, man. Thanks. Fatty McButterpants. Thanks for being here. We're going to jump into the videos, guys. James Armstrong. Thank you so much, my friends. Lover of the Lord. What's up, my brother from another mother? Belcher. What does the blue wrench mean? The blue wrench means a couple of people got a wrench because they were free to give out a long time ago. But as a matter of fact, I wanted to buy some wrenches at Canadian Tire, paint them blue, and give them out to people I like. But it would cost like $100 to send out the wrenches, probably. Something like that. Christy Lindsay's there. Here you go. Hi, Bruce community. I'm listening now. Just got here. Wish I could participate in the live chat, but can only listen. Right. So you've been waiting 20 minutes, and I made you all wait enough. Love you more, Fatty McButterpants. Thank you very much for being here. Dollar doesn't want to be in charge. Dollar wants quiet. Hey, Jason John Swartz. Give you a shout out, brother. Thanks for the last video, man. I saw in your community. Hey, guys, you want to see a picture of me before and after? 70 pounds difference. You put an image in the community side by side. It blew me away. Honestly, it's ridiculous. It looks like a trafficked image. Throw it at you. Bell Room Monitors. Sugar Bee. Thank you very much for being here. Wrenches and Monitor. Patrol comments for trolls and prawn ads. Thank you very much, my friends. Amy, thank you. Yeah, they can throw it at you. Also, Oh, heat wave in Norway. John, thanks for coming in. Sharing the page. Let's get into that video. It's so dark here. Lots of information. Okay, that was that. I want to see. They fired up the array. Okay, I want to read that to you guys. What happened? Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a lot. Okay. Because I want to start by the Southern Pole. And in the South Pole, some very concerning, very, very concerning information has come up by the South Pole. Besides what we know HARP can already do, right? Well, imagine there being other regions of Earth that are doing the same thing, and that there were even accidents that occurred in some countries. And that's what we're going to be looking at. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to be extremely zoomed up or if you're going to see me normally or not normally, but I hope the video is not excessively zoomed up. And I always leave a little bit of the titles on my desktop because some people like reading the titles. Okay, what am I looking at here? Margaret the Leech, Peter eats cake, Peter on the cake again, more cake for Peter, Peter eating more cake, live stream. There we go. Live stream 3. That's what I wanted to share. So Steven Greer has been around for a long time, has been disclosing for a long time. If you look up and quite easily on the internet, you'll see that Steven Greer apparently has interviewed and accounts and videos and documents and files of over 5,000 abductees and not just abductees, but people that have had UFO sightings, talked to military, and he has a team. For those that don't know, he consists of a team of many people. This guy started the CSETI, and he's also, Raytheon contractor. He's talking to all these people that are on the inside. So a lot of people might say, well, he might even have some clearance. I wouldn't be surprised. One person even said, as a matter of fact, it could even be a hybrid. Well, yeah, could be. So we're going to start off with Aaron Hecker, who's a Raytheon contractor who had the chance to go to the South Pole. And his job at the South Pole, was to look around to see what was going on at the South Pole Station. And he also had access, he said, to the entire area. Started looking around. There were things that were obviously being hidden there, right? So there he is, our friend Hecker, right? And it is extremely dark here. So they're going to fire the array system in the South Pole at the station. There's the South Pole Station. It's a multifaceted energy weapon array system that can create earthquakes. At one point, when they first started the array system, it's too dark to see what's on the paper, so I'm going to go by my GIF. So when they started the array system, something happened. It caused an earthquake in New Zealand, and they were off by 2 shots, 2 times, until they were focused on whatever the hell they were supposed to be doing, apparently. And now hang on here, because this is important, and I do want to get this out. It is beyond effing dark here. Let me open the windows. Ooh, this is it. Ooh. Do. When they fired up the array, there was an earthquake in New Zealand. There were 2 incidental shots before they were able to do what they wanted to do. An earthquake creating device, and this is what he says word for word. These are the weapons of war he then claimed, and what Raytheon is hiding. So he says that at the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory, Raytheon is definitely hiding something. Well, the South Pole Station and the person who found this out was told that the system was dysfunctional. He saw that it wasn't dysfunctional. It was actually running and functioning with the other systems. So with the array system, right? And now the flashlight died. Okay. Dysfunctional. It was actually running. I'm going to take the time. Okay. The witness saw a tall green laser. Witness saw a tall green laser over top coming out of the factory's roof, middle of the night. He was there to investigate, Mr. Hecker, right? Exactly what was going on. So never mind the paper. DOMs, digital optical modules. This is a drawing because, they like drawings and they probably obviously don't want to show us the real thing. But underneath, you can see here, these modules, briefly to tell you what they consist of. Each of these more than 5,160 modules that can push out 5,046 volts per sleeve in the ground of modules, right? Why? Well, get this. They're doing that because it's a direct energy weapon, by the way. This is an anti-faceted, as they say, array energy weapon system that can destroy the world. Basically, straight up, this is what they're bringing out to the world. Why are they using that, and for what reasons, and what else are they doing with this array system? Speed of light communications for off-world and on-world vehicles, both alien, human, and other nations. So the government, or these black projects, there we are scrolling into where it is. Let's hang on here. The Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory, right there in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to scroll out to show you where it is. South Pole, those little dots down there is the neutrino, which has, exerting all that energy. Look where they are. Let's back out to give you, I'll show you the edge of the world here. There you go. Pause that right there. That's neutrino right there. And look what's around it. There's absolutely nothing around it. So for fast speed of light communications, because humans are flying around UFOs. Not only flying them around, they're doing a lot of things with those UFOs. Without getting into too many details, I will give you a list of what have been caught doing, including everything and anything you can imagine, from human trafficking all the way down to drug smuggling, embezzlement, fraud, bank frauds. It's all there. Everything that these black projects are doing, So where's the FBI and CIA's involvement in that? The government, apparently, look at David Grush. When David Grush came out and said, we don't even have access to the projects, the retrieval projects. And now the government's like, all of a sudden, what do you mean retrieval projects? Eisenhower had retrieval projects, right? It's still speculation because probably never really know, right? You can say. As we progress here, moving right along. So that station, okay, who's there? What are they doing? Why are they there? Who are they aiming to harm? What's the reason for them being there? This is a PLF, again, with a grain of salt, a programmed life form, man-made being. Look on the left, and of course, yes, it's a drawing. On the left, you see there's wires there coming out of this supposed PLF, which is a programmed life form that's man-made. You know, one guy, the guy comes into a person's house, this being. The guy kicks it or throws something at it or really kicks it hard, and he sees a whole bunch of wires coming off the side of his chest. So we'll leave that, again, take it with a grain of salt, but Greer's talking about some of that. For me, whether I have proof or not, it's not something for me that would be very impossible, I don't think, honestly. So we have the longer video here, the most interesting one. Let's jump right into it. Live stream June 14th. We are June 14th today. Everything that was spoken about in Greer's event, all the important parts, they're pretty much here. We have a lot to talk about, a lot to go over. We're not going to be able to do it all in one stream. We're going to talk about it a lot in the next stream. As a matter of fact, the next stream is probably just going to be questioning period, where we can all talk together about these incredible things that are happening. Man-made UFOs versus extraterrestrial vehicles, side-by-side comparisons. And don't forget, this is Greer that put this together. They looked like all complete image illustrations or reproductions. He doesn't want to show the real images, obviously. And at the same time, the whistleblowers, some of them are anonymous, and the media is going to be all over Greer to be able to know the names of some of these people. And of course, if not all of them, they're being protected, obviously. So let's start this here. There's lots of interesting things to go over. Lots of stuff to go over. The video's not playing. There we go. All right. We're going to take our time here. So again, take it with a grain of salt. You're going to hear me repeat this many times. What's the difference between these two crafts? I shouldn't have even told you the supposed 1951 West Germany Gordon Cooper event on the left, 1951. You could tell me that this is flying around the sky and got caught yesterday. I'd say, wow, that looks futuristic on the left. Over on the right, the Christmas UFO, whatever, man-made September 10th, 1976. I was just under 2 years old in Colusa, California. A whole bunch of objects hanging down and dangling down from it. So what we're seeing here is the confirmation. Let's say these illustrations are real. I'm sorry. Maybe it's a real image on the left. I'm not sure. I doubt it. Okay. If these are real and the one on the right is a fabrication or a back engineering of the one on the left, and they made their own thing with it, some of these craft, as you'll see in one of the craft that you'll be seeing here a bit further down the video here, it's a retrieval alien craft that they could not understand the energy that was used in it. So what they did is they actually tried to create it. They did nuclear fusioning engine or something like that, anti-gravity, their own patent, or using another patent from another retrieved craft. So on the left, he says, this is, alien, ET, and on the right, man-made. So I thought it was interesting if we look at a couple of these differences to see exactly what we can pick up from them. Okay, over here, extraterrestrial in 1966 on the left, Melbourne, Australia. Those just arriving, these are images that Steven Greer has presented. Some of many thousands of objects in images that he has in imagery. April 6, 1966, Melbourne, Australia. Look at that. That's, for me, is a typical one, right? On the left there. Over on the right, man-made. Looks like a hat, right? February 19th, this is 1968 over on the right, Saskatchewan, Canada. So on the left, that was seen in 66. And then in 68, you have another, maybe reproduction of some type, right? He showed them very quickly, these Steven Greer, on his website. So let's go to the next. All right. Very interesting. Honestly, again, I should have mixed them up to hide them and have you guess. I would say, um, recent 1970s on the right, and I would say 1940s on the left, but it's actually the opposite. So October 3rd, 1976 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I hope the hell it's Oklahoma. I'm guessing the States here as a Canadian. Top left, it looks like a disc. It looks like a thing you blow in to make it turn, right? The rotation is definitely something that all these vehicles, wherever they're coming from, Over on the right, it's apparently, again, grain of salt, a man-made UFO. Boy, that must crash like hell once it dips or dives. Is it even anti-gravity, right? Lots that we don't even know. There's lots that Greer is showing us, but there's lots that we do not know. Because I've been fasting for so long, when I see the one here on the left, it reminds me of a particular favorite chocolate cookie with marshmallow in it that I used to really appreciate. In French, in Quebec, on appelle ça des whippets, is the name that we call. Literally looks like a cookie, right? But get this. I was 3 years old, an ET, grain of salt, in Wheelie, England in 1978. Perfect cylinder on top, which would obviously be where the energy is and the rotation that's occurring. Literal Love Boat sort of boat descent here. Very odd, with little slit windows that go all around and some 2 bars going down here. So from that 1978, we go to the man-made classified aerospace exhibit. Let me repeat myself. Classified black aerospace exhibit. Norton, AFB 1988. Look at this. So they built that, this tells me nothing. Who the hell is going to know that this is an alien or that this is human or that that's alien or something? So it's probably what they're doing. Check the trolls mods. It's probably what they're doing, just if there is ever a fake alien invasion, like a lot of you and me too, I've mentioned it before, obviously, like a lot of you think though that are positive is going to be an alien invasion. They most definitely could do it with these ships for sure. Are they all functional? Apparently all these are. Over here, now this for me is an extremely interesting image, an interesting one. Here we're 1951, extraterrestrial craft on the left, near Sioux Falls, IA, January 1951. Now that, my friends, is literally a Tic Tac, okay? Shorten it up, put the 2 ends there together. There's actually another one that he was showing from the 40s or 50s that was shorter. It looks like a boiler sideways, just running around through space. And of course, obviously, you can see that these are illustrations, but go see his hearing. Steven Greer did show a real image of one of them that was caught like really quickly in a snapshot as it was going by. Exciting times, guys, because what Steven Greer is talking about, this remains very exciting. What do you all think of this one on the right? It says man-made 1983 Alabama. Wow. Like 7, 8 years old. Okay, so over here, oh, look, the moon was there. No, that's not a real image. So here it's a reproduction of something similar like this, where they actually changed the shape, right? But that was an alien craft, and the human replicated it. How? By back engineering, obviously, that craft. But that literally, and Steven Greer even said it, he goes, literally the Tic Tacs that we see today. At one point, they were mentioning that it was Russian, right? The Tic Tacs, I heard they were Russian. Then people stopped talking about it. They just literally stopped talking about it. Very maddening. Any new people coming in, thank you so much for taking the time to subscribe, to thumbs up. We're going to get into some gory, scary things. First, E.T. in Savona, Italy, Italia, June 1961. Okay, so you see nothing. Okay. I mean, whatever, right? Look over here on the right. I'm just still showing you what he showed. That Greer literally showed that. Looks like a drawing done. Maybe his kids painted it in. at night, not to make fun of them, but we have to have some fun with this. I make fun of my own research. Okay, over to the right, it says it's man-made, but it's not. Dayton, Texas, 1980. What's inside of it's man-made. The energy source that they're using, like nuclear, but the source that was inside of it, they didn't know what the source was. So that there is an alien retrieved craft. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. And they would have changed the way it functions by using another type of propulsion system, quite simply. So they back engineer it. If they can't back engineer it, they rip everything out, they gut it, and they do their own. Obviously, for whatever the reasons, listen, they're not even explaining to us, ladies and gents, what the material is of these objects. Obviously, it's material that's not from Earth. Come on, go ahead here. All right, over here. That is probably just refractive because of the image that was taken. If I was to take a guess, it actually looks like an old wing from a World War II plane, but this is actually a UFO or part of it. You can see that it seems broken, or maybe that's where the doorway is. It does look like it was either deliberately made to look like it dug in, but you can see that it dug in. So as a matter of fact, this piece or wing was coming from over here and went that way, because you can see the cone shape in the ground where it accumulates there. The same way a meteor is supposed to create a crater on the moon. Another interesting thing that Steven Greer has mentioned, this is important stuff. It's stuff that made me dream last night. Crash retrieval scene. So already we're in 1993, thus proving if this is real. By the way, this real image. I'll say it like that girl on Bob's Burgers. I don't know. I don't know now. Grass looks really Walt Disney-ish, doesn't it? I think it's a real image, but they up the saturation. Either way, we're going to see what they retrieved after. Keep that in mind. Man-made Hudson Valley, New York, 1998. So in 1993, if they're crash retrieval scene, guys, for Pete's sakes, there are bloody buildings all around there. They're in the middle of a city in the field where it crashed. Okay. Crash retrieval scene. So they had retrieval programs and projects way back in 1993. I know some of you are laughing right now. It was Bruce. They were retrieving spacecraft in the 1930s, maybe even 1918. And the worst of it, apparently, scientists on Earth knew that the moon had structures since the end of the 1800s. John Lear, before he passed away, asked the FBI at one of their hearings what they thought of certain images that I had on the moon of structures. And John Lear replied to me that the FBI agents, or CIA, it must have been CIA. He doesn't like the FBI. He called them a bunch of goons. The CIA replied that humans know since the end of the 1800s that there are structures and bases on the moon. But again, John Lear tells you that, and of course, you heard that at a hearing. Was it real? Was it not? Steven Greer mentioned something else. You see these people? Do you see how they have black uniforms? In Salaberry to Valleyfield, a black helicopter landed with a group of militia people inside of it, 8 of them tied inside of the helicopter, came out of the helicopter, landed in the middle of the baseball field, took a leak, went like that, waved at me and my friend Eric and JP, and took a bow, got in the helicopter and took off. No insignia, black helicopter, everyone in black. So Steven Greer says that these people that are retrieval people, right, to retrieve these craft, alien and or human craft, because there's both. There's both. They don't have any names. They don't have any insignia. no markings like, badges like being a general or a corporal or sergeant. They're definitely military like, and they're badass. And I'm going to talk to you about a very scary story that occurred to some Marines and another individual in the middle of the woods jungle in Indonesia. Another sad story. So again, crash retrieval scene. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're going to go directly over to the supposed, I think it definitely a real image. Yeah, that's a real image. Eben. It's just because it looks sort of like fake right here, right? I'm intrigued at that, but it does look, I guess, real. I guess they upped the saturation. I'm just sort of really curious about that. That one looks like the, Hoover light or whatever. Those lights, again, another shape. I saw a shape like that here when I was 17, 18. It was a ball here in the center and just straight wings. There was no, the angle in front was exactly the same, but not as much. But again, I got no picture of that. It's not even worth talking about. I saw that with my own eyes by myself. Okay. So those that are afraid of seeing aliens, well, you best leave and, literally leave from here. So supposedly this is a real image, assuming that they didn't just put those people there. Looks like they have shadows, I guess. That is a cute little Eben. I want one. I definitely want one. Have him help me, stand up on the counter and make popcorn with me and stuff. It'd be so awesome. I try to analyze these images. If you look in the background, this object, it was seen in the last image, which was behind this wing-like object that we can also see here again, except it was it was the same angle. There's somebody here in the background, if it's a real image, that's guarding that area. Inside of the tents, listen, I don't know about you, but I'm looking right here and I can see right there if I use okay, guys. He didn't even mention it. Took 2 seconds to show this image. There's an Eben inside of the tent right here. I just saw that. They're wearing black suit. The Eben. Isn't he cute? Look at these little cuties. Could be devils. Maybe they eat humans. I doubt it. Look at this little bugger. Feet, hands exposed. Why? If he wears clothes, why is he bare feet? Are you going to go to the moon bare feet? Maybe he obviously took the shoes off because they were weapons. Maybe they had gloves on and a helmet. Yeah, maybe they took that all off. The helmet, the gloves, and whatnot. Who knows? So there's an Eben here. So check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4 over here in the corner. You know what that is? Why the hell is that at a retrieval site? Ammunition? Are they bringing ammunition here? As a matter of fact, guys, imagine if these little peckers were selling us ammunition. I don't think so. I'll tell you what, these Ebens and other, it's almost hilarious, other extraterrestrials like the one that's behind me are here to stop nuclear war and what's going on in the South Pole, the energy weapons, satellite that have energy weapons. As a matter of fact, we'll be looking on the list later on the board that Steven Greer had shown. Scientists believe, and I do too, that the energy manipulation that's going on with CERN, with HARP, and now in the South Pole. Listen, guys, South Pole Station. There's lots of other areas. They even say there's a nuclear energy or something that's being used at the South Pole Station. Very concerning. It's an energy weapon that can kill anyone in the world. Like literally zap anyone. What do you think happened in Turkey with the earthquakes? What do you think happened? All the earthquakes that we're seeing. Who knows? I'm going to be doing for some hot coffee. So there's an Eben there on the stretcher thing, and there's an Eben here. So lots of equipment here. You can see that there's other tents here. They could also be filled with other Ebens in there. But so there's at least 2 here in the image there. So we can if we consider this be real, and I don't see why some of what Steven Greer is saying is not real. We can consider that there's two real aliens here, because I don't like it when people say that my work's not real. So who am I to say that his isn't? It's just that I hear you all on the take it with a grain of salt, because that's like crazy stuff. Let's get a little close up. That's the best that I can do, guys, because it's really hard to get in with these silly images, far away images. But again, I'm sure here I'm looking with the magnifying lens that is 100% an Eben, with his black eyes and his head turned here and his little hands on his chest, you can see. And this other little Eben there, almost silly. Imagine whipping him by his feet and just go flying. Are they spiritual? Are they demonic? Are they angelic? This is scary stuff, look at it the way you want. And again, the uniforms of these buggers, nothing. You do not know where they're from. They don't have any logos, no insignia. There's no vehicles with names on it there, right? This is probably as close as what comes to the Men in Black as you'll ever see. Moving right along. I tried to turn the image for you all. I did. I didn't try. I did. Copyright right here. Star LLC, not me. Just so you can get a sort of a face view. That to me looks like an ant or a frog. I wouldn't be surprised if his feet were webbed or hands. Don't know if you notice it. They have hands bigger than us, and the fingers are twice as long as us. If we have different styled humans and cultures, you're going to have different style. Like for me, that looks like a gray alien that's fasting. That's why they call him Eben. You know why? Eben fasting. That's not funny at all. He's small. He or she is small. I could say I see a little bulge here, his little balls, but no. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kidding. You got to laugh at this. If you don't laugh, you're gonna, we're gonna go crazy. And again, this guy on top here, he's all masked up. They have masks. They don't want to be seen. These guys are working for the elites. These are these scumbags that are abducting people. Conclusion derived from 30 years of research extracted from the Disclosure Project. This is, of course, of Steven Greer's Disclosure Project intelligence archive, including all whistle testimony. So the points we're going to talk about here, it's taking into consideration the 30 years of research from the Disclosure Project intelligence archive, completely including all whistleblower testimonies. Number one, two primary types of UAPs: extraterrestrial vehicles and man-made ARVs. Or, now there's a third one. They say two, right? Or electrogravitic propulsion. Quite simply, anti-gravity vehicles. There's lots of terms, guys. Don't feel stupid, but I sure do. When you're reading this and they're continually coming out with these terms. Never in my life have I heard gravitic, but anyways, gravity propulsion vehicles, right? So we have extraterrestrial vehicles, and in brackets beside the extraterrestrial vehicles right here, it should be many thousands of objects that we do not know where they are from. The Ebens are supposedly from the Zeta Reticuli star system, which is a binary star system, dos binaire, and it's also the same area where Bob Lazar said that he was back engineering small UFO craft in one of the S4 bunkers, right? Or S5 or wherever it was, at a branch of the base of Area 51, by the way. And he said they had different type of propulsions that were too small for regular humans to go inside of those craft. And he said they're from the Zeta Reticuli star system. It's not that I want to say I beg to differ, but who says? I think they're hiding it from the moon, guys. I think the Ebens, all the UFOs are on the moon. Everyone's meeting there. There's even humans and aliens together working there on these black projects. So now it could be that it's not the government doing all of these projects. Out of the mouth of Steven Greer himself. I'm just repeating what he's saying. So take that again with a grain of salt. Extraterrestrial groups are not hostile to Earth or humanity. For me, I'm not denying that there are demons, but I've never had a demonic experience. I've felt negative energy, but the ones that are here have helped me, have even protected me in the car accident. I know they're not demons. Just my opinion. I know a lot of you, some of you believe that everything I'm filming are demons, but some of you believe that everything I'm filming could be demon or good entity or something unknown. And that would be a best bet for more logical assumption. But again, that's just my opinion. Number two, extraterrestrial groups are not hostile to Earth or humanity. Well, let's ask ourselves why. Why would they say that? What comes really quickly to mind? They don't want us to blow up the universe. They don't even want us leaving Earth. Well, they're not going to want us to destroy Earth either. Somebody, I believe, is watching all the planets, landing on different planets to go be sure that people are not, hopefully, not harming people. It's about freaking time that they come here, right? If aliens are watching Earth, I'd smack one across the face and say, where the hell have you been? I think everything's going on in the background that we don't see. So not hostile to Earth or humanity. That's out of all the whistleblower testimonies. Remember what I'm telling you here. It's a survey. If you wanted to know, out of all the whistleblowers of 30 years, which are over 5,000, by the way, well, not one of them is talking about one of them being hostile to Earth or humanity. However, they are increasingly concerned about human hostility and weapon systems, nuclear, scalar, etc. Right? Direct energy weapons, the satellites, the nukes that we're doing, we're enriching uranium. Not good, guys, what we're doing. And it's not normal because we've been doing it since the beginning of the Cold War, since the beginning of Egyptian, Sumerian times, Mayan times, war all the time. That's normal back in the days, but not anymore. It's like moving right along. There's so much to talk about. Extraterrestrial technology has been studied and reverse engineered. Oh, we know that, leading to breakthroughs in energy and propulsion. That's some of what they're hiding from us. Okay, we think the government's close to knowing about anti-gravity, or that maybe they have a couple of vehicles. No, I think they're far more advanced than that. So now these schmucks have probably gone to other planets and other interdimensional worlds and brought back some people. Greer says that these aliens are beaming themselves in like through portals and windows, for Pete's sakes. How the hell are we going to get there to see the binary star system? Oh, we'll get there. We'll send a probe and it'll get there in a couple 100,000 years. It's ridiculous. We don't have the capability of traveling at light speed. They do. You know what made me really laugh? Really, really happy. You know how researchers have similarities? They often talk about the same things. That's good. It's not because one's copying the other. Greer wants his story shared. I'm sharing exactly word for word what those people were showing and what they were talking about there. But Greer did something that Bob Lazar did a long time ago. I've done probably Greer a long time ago too. Is when you talk about off-world craft. That's another term. Keywords for those that want to post videos. Off-world craft. Look that up. You have Earth over here. You have Zeta Reticuli star system over there. They take off from Zeta Reticuli star system, and in one leap with element 115, the Zeta Reticuli star system is exactly pressed on where Earth is, right? So they don't travel across the universe. They bend space and time so that they can leap. So when they're going through space, time is bending around them. So you know what? The government, the frequencies, James Webb telescope, probably even Hubble bubble telescope, can see the frequencies in space when the UFOs are roaming around. They're telling us a lot. They're going to tell us even more, but there's a lot more that they're not telling us. That's without a doubt. An extremely secret organization has been running these projects without legal constitutional government oversight since the 1950s. Hey, these illegal projects constitute a grave threat to security and world security and peace. We keep hearing that repeated. So we get mad at the Pentagon for talking about that. But of course, we know that there's some truth to that. And they can protect themselves. And of course, if not, they just redact whatever they don't want to be seen. That's understandable. Key members of U.S. government oversight committee has been denied access to these projects, which is a crisis we are working to resolve. So David Grush should be here in brackets, where key members of U.S. government oversight committees have been denied access to these projects, not just any projects. We're talking about projects, retrieval projects. So look at it the way you want. Conclusion derived, again, from 30 years of research extracted from the Disclosure Project's intelligence archive, including all whistle testimonies. Continued. Number 7. The technologies held by this unsanctioned illegal operation. Hear that? The technologies held by this unsanctioned illegal operation would immediately solve the world's energy, environmental, and poverty crisis. So it's very sad to say that the elites, they have the cures for cancer. They know how to give us free energy. We don't have to work, guys. We could be doing Woodstock every single day, like, taking care of our health, jogging, teaching our kids how to do exercise and jog and stuff. Yeah, because Bruce is stuck on fasting, but it's still the best choice to do, right? A lot of you have done it. You eat like pigs for 20 years and then you go fasting and better your life. That's what I did. Ate like a hog for 48 years and not even a hog. That's the worst of it. But anyways, I'm getting carried away here, making me think of a whole bunch of things here. I see a whole lot of things happening, guys. This is going to change everything. It's going to bring out the human trafficking. It's going to bring out the pedophilia. A lot of sting operations are happening every single hour. It's been going on since the beginning of the pandemic, but everything's hush hush and secretive. Everything's much like a Jim Carrey movie where in a sailboat he bumps into a wall and there's stairs there. We're surrounded by an illusion which is physically there. So it's a physical illusion with a whole lot of laws that are real but fake outcomes where, sometimes I feel like jumping in a whole school of piranhas in the water just to be sure that they're not bullshitting me. You know what I mean? You know where I'm getting at? Like, I wonder if I jump off a cliff, am I actually going to bounce and just go back up? Like, I mean, there's a lot of weird fake stuff around me. I'm not suggesting you to jump in pools of piranhas or jump off cliffs and take your lives. I'm just saying that miracles can happen. I think we're sort of living in a miracle. And you're probably saying, no, we're living in a nightmare, but we're not. We're living in a miracle. And for something to be so beautiful and appreciated when it becomes beautiful, like paradise or like Eden, we have to appreciate it. But was that his idea, God, of having us live and be burnt in hell and cauldrons for like thousands of years? And then, I don't know. I don't see God wanting to harm humans ever, no matter what religion says or any bloody culture says about it. I see that Earth is a protected place. It's protected by possibly spiritual beings like angels or good entities. There are demons. Sure, there are demons. God made everything in this universe, but he made everything in this universe with a free will, I think. And the problem is that every living thing or being has a good side and a bad side, except maybe for plants, but I don't even know yet. I don't know if you understand what I'm getting at. We have our own free will. Do what you want. Become a demon, harm children, ignore the elder. Do whatever the hell you want, but you're going to pay for it. And now humans are going to pay for what they've been doing. But they're not coming for you. They're coming for the elites. I believe exactly that is what is going to happen. These organizations also have been targeting, and on occasion, successfully downed ET vehicles. Very interesting, right? This covert group has technologies to launch a convincing false flag operation detrimental to national security. So keep in mind that they have access, they have the capability of a false flag. With the direct energy weapons, they can do what they want. Yes, they can, holographic images. I get it, guys. They're even testing it in the sky as of a couple of years ago. But what is it going to give them? What are you going to do when you see hundreds or thousands of aliens in the sky? Honestly, what the hell can you do? Right? I really don't see the false flag happening, but not because they didn't want to, because I think Earth, I can't believe I'm going to say this, I think in theory, could Earth be being liberated? Honestly, these actions pose an immediate and grave threat to world security and need to be reined in immediately. That's obvious. Crimes against humanity worldwide. There's trials in, is it New Zealand or somewhere today, by the way, for crimes against humanity. People are starting to go to court. Nuremberg 2.0 on its way. Referral to International Court for crimes committed by illegal covert projects. Every one of them are going to get signed off. They're all going to get caught. We applaud current actions by the U.S. Congress to investigate the UAP matter. Yeah, well, don't push it, Steven Greer, because I don't think they had a choice, the Congress. Somebody knocks on their door. Hi, I'm David Grush. I'm the most well-respected intelligence community member. And just to let you know that there are retrieval operations, hundreds or many UFO beings and different craft and stuff like that. I would like you to investigate everything that I just told you right now. So you think that the Congress is going to turn around and say, no, we're good, David. We believe you, brother. No, they're going to have to, of course, they're going to have to investigate. One last sip of coffee. We're not done. There's more to talk about there. Thanks so much for coming in, everyone. Chief characteristics of illegal secret government ISG UFO project. So don't worry, we're getting into the interesting parts, right? Okay, like really, really, really interesting. The government's going to get wasted. The three-letter associations, those corrupt schmuck of agents that are high up in the echelon, right? Like high up at the top that are causing all the crap that is making a whole platoon look like a bunch of idiots when in reality it's not everyone that's bad. It can't be. You're not going to tell me all FBI agents are bad. What would be the point of that? You apply to be an FBI agent and then they just put you on, okay, right, you're in charge of killing so-and-so. You're in charge. Like, whoa, what the hell? Whistleblowers, especially on the inside of those three-letter associations, come out. Want to see how crazy the things that are going on? The ones that are awake, and mostly of you like me, everything on these lists that you're going to see, you know that it was possibly going on, but you knew that it was never confirmed. Only whistleblowers talked about this. It's still Steven Greer is a whistleblower, amongst other things, but he's one that is going to help and contribute pushing disclosure out. As a matter of fact, you being here, pushing my channel, helping me, it also helped disclosure coming out. We're going to see a very exciting thing. I hope now that everyone's gone, like most of the people that are not interested anymore, the handful that are here, I hope there's still 100 watching. We're going to see the UFO that Steven Greer shows an illustration of, and I'm going to show you live footage of what I believe is the exact effing craft, the one that came down to my house. But we're going to see that video that you guys saw, and I'm going to show you Steven Greer's UFO, the points and all the angles. Okay, same thing. Lisa Eckerly also mentioned that to me in a comment. Chief characteristics of illegal secret government ISG UFO projects. So you see how it's hard to know who is who? which is the government project now, which is not the government project now. I think we understand the government protected themselves, but the asses still got caught. Legal, intelligence, and military are victims. I agree with that. Do you? Legal, intelligence, and military are victims. You know, they're being used literally for corruption. Okay. They're there to protect their country. And they're there, for a good salary, for retirement. Some people, which is mentioned, some of the things cannot be disclosed because some of the generals and higher ups in military are waiting for their retirement pays. So it's maddening, isn't it? Right? It's like, screw that. Bring out the information. If you lose your 30 years of retirement, I don't give a shit. I want the truth to come out. Legal, intelligence, and military are victims. At times, they probably can be. Similar operations parallel to U.S. projects exists in many, if not most, other countries. So does that scare you? We're only talking about the U.S. What about Canada? Oh, shit. There's lots going on in Canada. What about Brazil, Argentina, UK, France, Sweden, Netherlands, Denmark? What about Switzerland, right? That's where Satan lives in the Bible. Switzerland was Saint Augustus or Saint Apostus or whatever the hell the name was. Check out Revelations 9:11, and it will tell you where Satan lives, and it will tell you, then look up the name of today where that is, and it's in Switzerland. And oh yeah, well that's right. That's right where the logo, the CERN is, right? Partly in Switzerland and another country, something like that. Geneva, Davos, capital, and there's problems with Davos, Klaus Schwab, the elites, all coming out. ISG it's all coming out. I believe. I have a headache. I believe it's all coming out. ISG operates. Best part coming up, guys. Stick around. Thanks for your patience. ISG operates without acknowledging national boundaries. Well, the FBI are arresting people without having any search warrants, without having any reason to arrest people, like indicting Donald Trump. And again, remaining neutral, Democrat or Republican, it's illegal. You don't indict, especially not indicting him as a president when he's not even the president. Apparently, he's going to be running the presidency from inside jail until things. You know how I look at the government right now? When the electricity goes off and in your home and you got a couple of candles in certain rooms and you got a flashlight in the back and you're pooping in a pail with water. Well, that's what the government's at right now. The government's running out of money. The government's running out of electricity. Literally, lots of stuff going on. Oh yeah, blackmail. You bet you. Blackmail, bribery, and intimidation. Blackmail. Do you have any pictures of him? He slept with so-and-so. What do you think they did on Epstein's Island? Right? Not even dead. On Epstein's Island, could be. On Epstein's Island, they have video and footage of everyone so that if anyone spoke out, they would destroy their lives by blackmailing, bribery, and intimidation. Operational core of ISG. Beautiful thing, isn't it? This will go through quickly. White House executive branch recommendations. A lot of you have been hearing some of these this week. So the White House executive branch is recommending an investigation of a UAP UFO projects based on disclosure, intelligence, UFO archive, and other actionable intelligence. Presidential executive order to immediately stand down all targeting and attacks on ETVs. Hey, think of it. There's a private group out there blowing up UFOs and retrieving them and the people in them, the beings in them, guys. And it could be that it's not the government. Executive order requiring all military intelligence contractors, even including the corrupt Raytheon and other agencies of USG disclosure to Congress and White House, all information, material, technologies, and locations of UFO, UAP related assets. If not complied within 6 months, offending parties will be prosecuted and tried for treason against the United States of America. Executive order to require the State Department and Pentagon to coordinate a global diplomatic and peaceful response to extraterrestrial civilizations. extraterrestrial civilizations. These are other things that are going to be coming out now. They're not hiding it. Extraterrestrial civilizations. I'll fight for hours with you. It's never been mentioned on any media, not the left, not the right. And when they do mention it, they laugh like morons, like ABC News, the most corrupt left woke people who are putting X-Files music up, and they're laughing, saying, "Oh, imagine if aliens could be real." Living literally, that Jim Carrey movie said a lot, eh? It also made him go a little bonkers. I think it's because I believe Jim Carrey went bonkers when they told him the truth and he realized that everything was just a lie, and that his career, he says it himself, he's nothing. They made him. Executive order, okay, the immediate release of, oh, this is a good one. I love the extraterrestrial civilizations. Moving right along, sorry guys, executive and gals, executive order requiring the immediate release of all U.S. patent office patents, which have been seized under the corrupt use of national security provisions. Executive order to immediately require U.S. Space Force and Pentagon to coordinate assets with the State Department, UN, screw the UN, and other foreign governments, screw the foreign governments, to initiate protocols for peaceful diplomatic contact with all ET civilizations. Let me give you a real insight. A couple of weeks ago, they did a test. They sent the probe, or the probe was already sent to Mars. Okay. They did a test of what it would be like. I know some of you know what I'm going to be saying, of what it would be like to receive an alien extraterrestrial message from outside of our solar system or from Mars, close to Mars. There's a lot of countries and a lot of different devices, like, for example, big observatories and radio telescopes were part of that. They did detect and find the message, the transmission or frequency that was transmitted from the probe in Mars just a couple of weeks ago. They confirmed that they were able to retrieve the message. Voyager spacecraft, both of them, Voyager 1 and 2, that now passed into interstellar space, where they are picking up a signal. So I'm hearing a lot of signals being picked up. Oumuamua alien craft. Well, it has no characteristics of a meteor. As a matter of fact, in a couple of days, hours, weeks, they're going back to, they never did, on to Oumuamua to land and to take a sample of the object. And of course, to check out to see if it's not a bloody spaceship, right? Executive order requiring the immediate release of all patent office. Oh, I read that. Executive order, lastly, number 7, to immediately disclose advanced energy generating technologies. Ah, ha, ha. Well, we're talking about the South Pole stations. Guys, get prepared. They're going to blow it out of the park with CERN. We might hear about HARP. And now stop it. Don't get sad. Don't be depressed. Imagine when you find out that billions of people lives were taken. It's going to be pretty gruesome, the story, but we're being saved. Peace is coming. If some of us die through this on our way there, you'll probably get your wings, my friends, because humans are having a hard time here right now. I think every generation of humans are having a hard time. Executive order to immediately disclose advanced energy generating technologies. 0 point quantum vacuum, even though space is not in a vacuum. It's almost in a vacuum. Plasma generators, etc., like maybe the ones that the CIA and the Pentagon are testing. They're testing a water generator. They're testing a water propulsion, plasma propulsion on the moon. As a matter of fact, was it Japan, China, testing out their spacecraft? I could ask you everything you remember in the past 3 years about space. And even if you're not a space buff, you will have 20 to 30 pages of everything they sent. All the Starlink satellites they sent up. Remember when that happened? Remember when we started hearing about Elon Musk and the world started going crazy? They're using artificial intelligence to stump us. They're using artificial intelligence like a crystal ball to find out how they can get rid of us faster. They're asking, like somebody told me right here before, Bruce, artificial intelligent programs are making poems, songs, movies, art. I mean, it's replacing humans, 100% replacing humans. Moving right along. Crimes committed. I was anxious to get into this by illegal, covert UFO related projects. So let's look at some of the crimes. Guaranteed, these are some crimes that everyone's accusing the government of having done, right? Disclose. Okay, so crimes committed by illegal, covert UFO related projects. Still take it with a grain of salt. Keep an open mind. The government, I believe that in theory, there's a possibility that the government could very well be those black projects. It's just frontal organizations. That's how they're laundering and embezzling their friggin' money and their drugs and their weapons. That's exactly what they're doing. Disclosure Project witnesses and gathered intelligence has established the following major crimes. You hear that? Disclosure Project witnesses and gathered intelligence has established the following major crimes: treason against the United States, murder, mass murder, torture, kidnapping and abduction, embezzlement of government funds, embezzlement of private funds, bank fraud, money laundering, illegal surveillance, insubordination of insurrection against the United States, false imprisonment, witness and whistleblower intimidation, theft of intellectual property, trespassing, burglary, framing of innocent people, government corruption, blackmail, bribery, illegal use of government and military property, and many more. And many more. This is like one page, okay? And each of those titles has a list of countries, of names, of associations, probably, names that we know. Wouldn't be surprised if Walmart and Targets pop up here, going down the list. Darla, take a break. You guys want to go for a piss, a crap? Go get your coffees. This is important information that's come out for the first time in our lives that 99% of the world is going to miss. They don't care. The extraterrestrial red line. ISG has technology from reverse engineering ET craft that has a capability to be a serious threat to them via quantum entanglement. The aliens themselves are worried about what we're doing. We know that they're playing with high quantities of energy, guys. The extraterrestrials that are here to protect us, I assure you, some of the groups are. There's other bad ones behind them, but they're taking care of them. They're in charge of space. We're in charge as humans to take care of Earth, to make it green, protect the rivers, the animals, to eat plenty of animals, to keep, we're farmers. That's all we are here to do. We're farming scientists, musical farming scientists. What the hell are we on this planet? I'm pretty sure God didn't create us to be able to have kids so that we could contaminate and pollute this place with cigarette butts and, how do we go from Adam and Eve and they bite into the apple and then we're into foot fetish. It just jumps from pure bliss heaven to bite into the apple and over to pedophilia. Just a boom, demons and murders and hangings and crazy stuff. At least 119. Oh, 9/11. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's what they admitted to, but I'm sure there's a lot more. At least 119 extraterrestrial craft have been downed near or over Earth. Now, a lot of you will say, who gives a crap about that? I'm not impressed. Well, if you're not impressed, it's because you're just open-minded. The fact that there's beings everywhere, who gives a shit if they're crashing on Earth? Why are they crashing on Earth? You mean to tell me space is so vast, they travel light speeds everywhere in the universe, and they're professionals to be able to travel through time, but when they came into the solar system, oh, they crashed. Yeah, they're traveling through space. They could be from the friggin' future, guys. They could be from the year 5,000, 10,000. They're coming back. That could be us. Those beings that are there could be us. It exists, the teleportation. It exists, time travel. The three-letter idiot associations are experimenting with that. They have the patent for it. It's been written. Like the patent for free energy that's been written way back. They could be coming here to tell us to stop with the nuclear because that's what you're going to look like, right? And I'm sorry, but an alien that's telling me you're going to get your balls chopped off, they don't have to tell us about us getting our balls chopped off. We have the trans maniacs that want to do that with everyone. Well, I'm trans and I'm going to cut the balls off or genitals off my child, her boobies too. You know, go Biden, go Brandon. Retarded world. If my kid was in school and that was going on, I'd be in jail. Thank God that my kid's not in school. I swear to you all, I'd be in jail. I'd be the first idiotic parent to arrive there and to walk in and just, I don't know what I'd do. I just start leaving with all the desks, I guess. Get so mad. EM scalar weapons, we're talking energy weapons, scalar weapons. There's a lot of different types of weapons. Can potentially reach beyond our solar system. So what do you think of that? We can reach beyond the solar system with what's in the South Pole. Oh, well, hang on. As a matter of fact, there was a vortex that caused the USA and the Canada just a couple of months ago, okay, to freeze our asses off with snow. Let me see. Did we forget California that had more snow than I've ever seen fallen in anywhere where there's snow, like even included Antarctica in Canada here, right? Why did that happen to vortex? Well, okay, I'm just going to say the South Pole Station, North Pole. What's in the North Pole now? Is there another one there in the North Pole? Two fuckheads in the North Pole and this. I'm mad right now. I'm enraged. North Pole, South Pole, two idiots there. Thanks for the generous contributions, everyone. I'm not looking at the screen right now, so I don't see them, but I promise to go over them. 722. We have a lot to talk about. Let's go on. These rogue ISG operations pose a threat to both ET and human civilizations. You understand, everyone? The Galactic Federation. Woot 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 woot. Humans are harming space. We're throwing shit around the moon. We're nuking the moon. We're dropping stuff on the moon. It rang like a bell because it's empty. I think we were shaking the hive. Imminent risk that these ISG rogue operations could cross a red line requiring an ET response to protect innocent life elsewhere and on Earth. While this response would be self-defense and protective, it risks being deliberately portrayed as an alien attack. So there's dangers for that too. Prior protective ET interventions. Why would there be prior protective ET interventions? All this shit going on behind our backs, guys, in front of our eyes, actually, regarding nuclear risks have already been deliberately, wrongly portrayed for psychological warfare purposes. Therefore, it is imperative, hope this is the last graph, imperative that the president, the Congress, the Pentagon, and other U.S. government mother effing agencies obtain immediate command and control over these projects. So could it be the government themselves pretending that it's not them and it's them? I'm sure some of you think that. Phew. Okay, we're going into the interesting part here. This is what Steven Greer declared. I'm going to spit it right out there. There's no way of me trying to make this nice or better. Okay. A statement was made to Colonel Philip Corso by a literal extraterrestrial, White Sands, a literal extraterrestrial in White Sands, New Mexico in the 1950s. So, I mean, what are we to expect? Are we to expect that there's an actual language that humans are able to interact with extraterrestrials? I thought extraterrestrials only sent messages into the minds of other people. Get this. He says, whether it's true or not, I mean, it sounded pretty much like too good to be true. and the perfect thing to say. But the statement made to Colonel Philip Corso by an alien extraterrestrial in White Sands, New Mexico in 1950 was a new world if you can take it. Why? Because the extraterrestrial asked something to the soldier to move something over or to stop doing a certain battle or something somewhere. And the soldier says, "What's in it for me?" Like Steven Greer said it, like, "What's in it for me?" Whatever, with his actor voice. And the extraterrestrial would have responded, "A new world if you can take it." Now, if you guys are like me, I'm taking that two ways. Is he talking about the New World Order because they're bringing a New World Order? Or is the extraterrestrial telling Colonel Bozo, whatever, Philip Corso, do as we say, or a new world is coming? It could be that also the message. Anyways, thought that was very interesting. Now it's going to go fast. ARV, a technical drawing, unfortunately. August. No, I wish it was August 2021 because that's when I got mine. Anyways, Western Indonesia, based on first-hand testimony of top secret government witness. This is one very scary story. Okay. ARV illegal. Got to be careful what we're talking about too. So you can see here on top where I'm pointing the illegal. Okay, unloading. That's what they were unloading right there. The D and the W right there. August 2009 in Western Indonesia. There was a pickup truck. Okay, that was there. A couple of pickup trucks. Trucks is a tropical environment, by the way, an F 360, right? Pickup truck. There were a couple of trucks onto black Fords on top of it. Beside this craft that was sideways, very shell-like, nubby, like a whole bunch of bumps that are all over this craft. You can only imagine what it can do. And there's lots of things around it here. They talk about so yeah, okay. Inside of this craft in Indonesia, long story short, 5 Marines and another person are walking through a tropical jungle, okay, in Indonesia, or desert, or forest. I mean, whatever. See this craft sideways like that. Don't know if you know it, guys. Okay, this is 300 feet long. Okay, 300 feet long. These are the weapons that were there. The soldiers had illegal weapons, right? Which were smaller containers right here, the drugs inside of it, large shipping containers. Embezzlement, guys, human beings with UFOs scooting around, what, beer, whiskey, and weapons and drugs? Like, do the cartels have effing UFOs? We have a hell of a problem. So check this out. Dark openings here. All around. Triangular, octagonal shape, right? 8 sides. We have the inside here, the stop sign shape, and another, I call it a honeycomb in the center. Over here, quite simply, it says lights. So the lights could be all there, or lights could be at the end of every area here. You know why I want to talk about that? Let's see. Let's play this. Actually, I'll go ahead. All right. Here's an image of what I caught that came down out of the sky. Was 20 feet up, which was the height of the house, then came down to 15 feet, the height of the garage, and just at the end of my yard, 15 feet high. And how far this object was from me? 15, 20 feet. It was in the yard. It was over my fireplace in my yard. And if I had a baseball or even a shovel or anything, I wouldn't have done it, but I could have hit it. So just to give you an idea, just to give you an idea of what they're talking about, the shape and what we're seeing there. I'm going to show you the live footage of this. The shape in the center changes. Sometimes it even becomes square. But all the features that are shown here are very similarly also on the craft. So obviously you're looking at all the pieces. What would it look like if this craft was in the middle of the night, except the problem is this craft is 300 feet long. The one I saw sure as hell was, I can confirm, was not even 100 feet wide. This video is supposed to continue here. So we're done. We're just going to look at it straight up here. A little piece of the live footage of that to get our taste buds going in reality. So you see the lights in the same areas would be at the end of the corners on the right. Inside, you could see a circle, but I got a better image because it's always changing. And you're going to see it in the live footage while it's playing. Possibly a bright light in the center hiding those regions or whatnot. I can see through that light, not going to hide it, right? We don't know what the technology is, of course. Is it going to play or not? Let's see. I'm getting sick of the video, actually. I can't wait to finish. There we go. Live infrared, filmed by Bruce Wartz and moi in the house. Actually, outside of the house. If that was in the house, I wouldn't stay in the house. Right in the yard, guys. Eye level came down to me like a bat out of hell, actually, and then slowed down. You can see the tiny stars that are literally appearing through the craft. I'm not going to hide that either. I think it's important. Maybe that's what the bumps are that we see on the left. Like I said, what's on the left doesn't mean is what's on the right, but I did want to share that. Some whistleblowers are coming out. The truth is coming out, ladies and gents. We got this. More information is going to come out. I'm almost positive. I'm really excited about that. And you can see the shape changing on the inside. This was presented by the Government States of America, Unidentified Aerial Task Force, Garpan Ufology. Thanks, Jan. Presented my work to ufologists around the world and all the MUFON people. And they all know me, and not one of them came and said, hello, low. All disappeared. Let's close that off. Cake, Peter cake, more cake, more cake, more cake. Stop sharing the channel, the desktop. You know those people that like reading all the titles? Maybe look around and see if they say anything good. Like it might say pedophile or something there, or maybe it'll say, I don't know, a visa number or something. So how come I can't stop sharing the StreamYard? There we go. Stop sharing it. I'm back. Boy, sorry about that, guys. If I scroll all the way down, are we there? 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 True Cyborg, thank you for coming in. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Dolly, you still there? You guys must be tired. What are you doing here? I've been talking for 2.5 hours, guys. Yes, I know him. Did say NASA and NATO was beamed up to create Project Bluebeam. Those would be the idiots that would do it too, definitely. All seems a bit perfect with everything that's going on. It does seem a bit perfect, but maybe they got caught. Like, I mean, maybe there's only so much they're going to be able to do. Allez, merci, mon frère d'être ici. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that they evolved us. They helped us get ahead a little bit. We were probably very creative. And look at it the way you want. You know, you look at a monkey and you go, gosh, they're pretty smart. Let's evolve them. Sure. People might want to evolve monkeys because, you know, they're smart. Have you seen the video of the monkey that washes his face with a rag because his owner was always washing his face with a rag? And he started doing that in a riverside. He used to like looking at himself with a mirror. So then the monkey started going, what the hell is that mirror? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Huh? They wanted a rag. Then they all had rags. Then they were all doing like monkey see, monkey do. They were washing their faces because the other monkey was washing their face. We can evolve monkeys. Monkeys, we sent one to space in the 60s, if it's true. You know how they got him to press on the controls? Getting snacks. Little compartments that would give him a little peanut. Peanut would open up, so he'd click on a button to get his peanut. And the buttons that he was clicking on to get his peanut were the buttons that were controlling the spacecraft, so they say. Anyways. Yes, Trudolph, absolutely. What if the landing recently in Vegas was a rescue attempt? Me, Gate Smasher, in theory, I'm leaning more towards that. I believe that they're mad because now shit's happening here with the war. And of course, if they're about to drop a nuke on us, insiders will know and can send out a message. Maybe there's a large telescope that send out a fearful message saying, help, help, help. It wouldn't be hard. You send out a couple of images of exploding houses and burning people on Earth. I think the aliens that are intelligent enough should be able to understand that. Absolutely. Really? Hey, my Lord gave me a 1,500 lottery win on a $5 scratcher on my birthday Monday. Hey, that is crazy. I wish you happy birthday. On the Monday, it was the 10th, anyways, that I wish you happy birthday. I hope I had the right day. I wrote it in the community. If not, so sorry about that. Hey, that's a good one, man. I like that one, Gate Smasher. Pictures of things that people claim to be aliens, but they're just dark figures that look exactly like that drawing upside down. Exactly. So you saw exactly what I wanted to share. You guys want to share your fasting journey? You want to learn how to fast? You want to lose weight in hiding? You just want to listen in? What are the tricks? How did Bruce lose 70 pounds and 44 pounds in his first month? Head on over, guys. I lost a lot of weight. I lost it fast. I feel great. I had a lot of problems, like problems with my eyes. I had problems with, doing a 3-hour stream, especially. I had problems with my sciatic nerve, probably because of my being overweight. I could hide weight very well, stand up, and I don't look bulging anywhere. But when I look at my face and the image that my brother posted, as compared to what I look now, you really see the difference. It's like saying my car's not dirty, but then somebody washes it for you. I will never be able to thank you all enough for stopping by the Tree Lambda, stopping by this channel. Mikkel Grum, thank you for being in the house. Oof. Gotta stand up a second here. Well, that stomach feels empty. 48 hours started day 3, and I'm already thinking of eating. They can't bury this anymore. Mikkel, exactly, my friend, exactly. We're too many, and the zeitgeist is for disclosure. I know it. I know they are. I agree with that. Hope you've been well, Bruce. Ridiculous things are happening, and I'm careful of how I interpret it all. Astro philosoph, hey, thank you very much. I'm burping air now. Starship 25 being tested, going on a spin prime. Isn't it exciting? We're living in like beyond exciting times. I'm telling you. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy stuff. Christy Lindsay, how are you doing? I'm not losing weight. Sorry, I was good. Walk often. Smoke is no good, but keep your hunger down. Yeah, I guess you can. Smoking didn't keep my hunger down at all. Bob Stan, the bigger you are, the more weight you'll lose. Honestly. But I'll be honest with you. Fasting for the first 24 hours when you just ate, it's hell. It hurts. But every single time you think of food and you get a pain or want to throw up or puke, it's because you lost weight. When your body loses weight, you're going to be sore. But not for long. I am literally not sore. I mean, anyways, I'm spitting it out there, throwing it out there. Mondays, every single Monday, I talk about my weight loss journey. Jason John Schwartz's channel. He's looking for all of you that want to share a weight loss journey or ask questions. Maybe you just want to participate. And listen, if you're not into the weight loss, it's not even going to be interesting for you. So don't feel obliged. But it's a hell of an interesting channel. Jason knows a lot about the fasting and shit. He's been researching that the terms. I mean, I don't even understand when he's talking. Blah, 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 blah. I'd have to go back 10, 15 times to understand it because there's lots. How, like Jason says, it's not that it's hard to understand. It's stupid little things, the hydration, understanding ketones and all that. I'm just learning about it myself, but it's really interesting. I'll tell you that. Jean-Claude Beyond Mystic is in the house hours late. I'm so sorry, man. Turtle soup with my mom's pet turtle. She didn't know it was a pet, but man, I would hate seeing everyone eating my turtle. Oh, definitely. And there's no dangers with me. I'm not really into turtle soup. Definitely not into turtle soup. Right on, Sugar Bee. With obvious militarized generational mass hypnosis being refined, cofactoring with decades of year mind exposure to weaponized facts, EMF, EMR, yeah, etc. Of course, why are conscious and in control? We live in a totally screwed up, mind bending world. Thought the picture was made upside down, original from Western time, maybe hidden alien message already there. Absolutely. It looked pretty crazy upside down. And every time I look at it there, I see it upside down. Like I could literally make a painting like that. It's a side view of him. You see how the arm is perfect right here? Look how that little shadow makes the perfect depiction of the chest. There's that old army coat coming down. You got the general big like Napoleonistic or whatever, Napoleon crap on his shoulder there. Looks like some general from Kentucky or something with a little Colonel Sanders beard there. Eyebrows. It's like he's deliberately made to be in the shadow. And a cowboy hat. I love it. I see things and everything. I want to thank everyone for coming in. Grandmaster UV on Earth, and to realize our true soul and consciousness as everyone and everything. We're all a part of each other, my friend. We're one unit. It's just how we handle these situations that piss me off, real or fake. I hear you, Savion, Leah. I hear you, man. Exactly. That's how it is. That's how life is. Crazy. Oh, Savion, Leah. I'm sorry about that. I call everyone, man. Anyways, that's not funny, but damn. I can't retain it. I bust a laugh. I try to be. Yeah, I hear you. I got family members that have moved on, passed on, and you're like, wow, what would they think of if they were alive today to see what's going on? Diego Garcia is a major base operation in all the bases. Yeah, I've heard of that place. James, thanks, man. Shotload is here. Could we hit the thumbs up for Darla, our queen that makes her happy? Sounds across the road are scary. Why am I reading that again? Energy problem, eh? Right on. I'll give you the time. You have plenty of time with Bruce. The family and kid ghosted me. No news on the interview. Hey, Jean-Claude, thank you so much for letting me know that, man. Yeah, I thought so. Either he ghosted you or the fringe has gotten him. Maybe you know what I mean. You guys can check out Jean-Claude Beyond Mystics channel right there. Try Lambda Delta in the house. X marks the spot. Greer doesn't strike me as a hoaxer. Worked in emergency hospitals, absolutely. Saving lives, yeah. Like biologist too. He did a lot. He's not just any doctor too. He's like brain surgeon and treats bullet wounds and stuff like that every day, absolutely. And then suddenly give it all up to become a hoaxer? Of course not. Greer is legit. Yeah, absolutely. I agree that Greer is and probably can or maybe even is legit, but a lot of legit people is what you would need to stump people. Like Bob Lazar, if ever turned around that he lied through his teeth about everything, Just got a face that a lot of people trusted him with. He doesn't believe there's anything on the moon. So for me, that doesn't work with me. Bob has no business talking about what's on the moon. He's never worked anything that's moon related. He shouldn't have an opinion that there's nothing on the moon. It's actually none of his business. But he mentions it. He said there's absolutely nothing up there. The aliens come from the Zeta Reticuli star system. My ass. I don't think so. Ebens either. And Eben, listen, you could hide 30 freaking Ebens in a 4 people tent in the woods here on Earth. You could hide 700,000 of those little buggers, creatures in some cave here. Guarantee you they're all over the place. They're here, they're there. As many cultures of humans that we have that are different here, the beautiful cultures of our Earth, the Asians, the Indian, Native American, African, no matter what you are, Arab, white, black, yellow, pink, or purple. The aliens have a lot of other different type of cultures that are probably really similar to us. In other words, look at the way you want. Imagine a gray alien. Imagine if the gray aliens, they had the white alien. So I guess that's it. I guess I'm gonna leave. Don't forget the thumbs up, everybody. They want me to stop talking. Oh, phone's ringing. Hang on. Yeah, thanks a lot, Jason. My brother was kind enough to call back. So I guess I'm going to get off, you guys. Thanks, Elias, Kai, Darla, everyone. Julie, Gate Smasher, my friend OBX Arms is here. Aliens are hippies and love us all. Ah, well, now you talk. Thank you very much. I agree with that, OBX Arms. Gary Lapointe Sr., how's it going? I'm glad things are all coming out same here, guys. I'm sure as a matter of fact, there's more news now. Stephen A., thanks for the support, for pushing, asking people to like the videos, for all of you for liking the videos. OBX Arms, thanks for being here. Thanks for the contributions, you guys. I love you guys so much, and I really appreciate all of this. Most amazing time to be alive right now. 1600C says, my ITC Spirit Communication. I have pictures of an alien and spaceship via video feedback loop to my TV if you would like to see it. Sounds pretty incredible. You know what you guys have to do is put them up on your videos, because my problem is I can't post other people's videos here in case they're copywritten videos, but that is like very interesting. Sup, OBX Arms. Thank you, OBX Arms. See, when people are awake, there's no fighting that goes on. People just know the story. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. They made millions of dollars, guys. Yes. The 3-letter associations are full of crap, and they're being dismantled. That's for sure. Kevin, thank you very much. Peace and all, my love, and best wishes to you and all that come here. Guys, I thank you very much for checking my channel, for coming to the Swartz's channel, even checking out Jason's channel this week, you guys. My brother called me up and he was happy. He says, "Hey man," he says, "thanks a lot." He said, "I got a couple of people come over the channel." So it's sort of really cool, eh? And don't forget, there's no forcing people to when you come to my streams and you like coming on Fridays and you don't make it for a Friday or two, I'm not going to be pissed off at you because you're not coming to the stream. Don't be silly. But some of you are that okay, are that loving that you want to keep the tradition of always coming back. I've known some of you now for many years now, which is beautiful. 7 years of research being completed in August coming up. We have a lot more revelations, guys. We are not done. They're trying to block the Freedom of Information Act in the states where public and civilians can bring out private and unlisted and classified information. It's all coming out, and literally stereotype. What's up, my friend? When I say all, it's all going to come out. Just heard that they are finding green monkey DNA in the affected. Wow, James. And so that's another thing that you guys can get away with talking about that. I can't. You know, we get medical strikes when we mention anything that's V related. And for me, I'd wring the government's neck for having done that to us. Honestly, I am going to have to get off, everybody. I mean, darling, everybody must be pissed, must be saying, Bruce, shut up. And Skinwalker Ranch and Never Selling Out to Brandon Fugel. We will get the tech and videos out to the public to get the high tech from the next dimension of Maha Lokas to Earth and space. Everyone is waiting for a signal. There's a shitload of people, excuse the expression, that are receiving messages from extraterrestrials. And yes, they can speak English. It's like it's at that point, guys. Buzz Aldrin's alleged tweet from Antarctica. I do. We're all in danger. It is evil itself with a pick of a pyramid. It has been debunked, but the debunking has also been debunked and shall be debunked again. That's what they're doing up and down, unfortunately. That's just crazy stuff. To anyone that I missed your comments here, I promise you I did not do it on purpose. I am going to have to get off. I've been here for a while. Incredible support from you all here on the channel. I can't thank you enough. There's quite a few watching right now. We had a good stream, everybody. Thank you for coming in. If you're new to the channel, I promise you, before subscribing, don't you dare subscribe to me unless you watch one of my UFO videos. If it's not a video that's completely exclusively rare that you've never seen and you find it out of this world, then you can subscribe. But unless you do, I don't even want you thinking of subscribing. As a matter of fact, that's why we are still at 97.4 and we're on our way down to 97.3 again at the end of this month. They're trying to let us float around, but 100,000 subscribers coming up very soon. And it's only thank you to all of you. God bless everyone. Believe in what you believe in. If you don't believe in God, I'm sure you still believe in something. Some of you believe in just spirituality. You don't believe in the God. Some of you are into everything that is spiritual, God, culture, religion. Go for it. Study, inform yourself. Maybe when we die and our soul does cross over, we'll have a little bit of an idea of what the hell we are, maybe. Maybe some of those lost lights are quite simply the idiotic trolls that were on YouTube here laughing at the space channels. Bye, everyone. I love you very much. I started this channel with tears because it affected me. It was for everyone's grandmother, grandfather that gives money to religion. If you're religious and you come to this channel and you're able to continue believing in your religion and not feeling that my research is changing your belief system anyway, much respect to you. And it means that you too are awake. Some religious people are very awake. Was it his highness or someone? There's some people here that are believe in God and everything, but are very open-minded. And, you know, one person here that was religious said, hey, Bruce, aliens exist. God created everything in the universe. He created them too. And like I always say, we have our own free will. So some of those beings left the light and became bad because you have the choice of doing what you want, right? Some stupid ass angel stubbed his toe and decided, well, that's it. I'm just going to go down to earth and just start causing hell. The little piece that's missing to that, eh? Bye, everyone. Talk to you very soon. Thanks again for subscribing. And please leave us a comment. and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Bye-bye for now. Every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Montreal time, 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. 2 streams on Fridays, and like tonight, Wednesday, 5 p.m. Bye-bye for now.